This thing working? What's happening? This thing says live, but a clock's supposed to be starting and it's not. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up? Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? I don't know why this clock's not running on this thing. Let's party. Come on up, Steph. Let's party. Let's get.
French toast. These nice seasons until they feel good. I'll use some of the couple pieces.
Yep.
Before it goes bad, you have to throw it away.
Yeah, let's kick it.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I like to jump on here before everybody else does so I can talk to you because when there's too many people on here, it's too hard to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know why. Usually there's a little clock ticking up in the top left. I don't know. That's why I wasn't sure if it was live or not. Hey, Love, come on out. Can you come on tonight or are you working? I want to talk about autism. Just be kicking it. Hey, Debbie.
Hi.
How'd you guys do? How's your day going?
Good. How are things with you?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in a holiday festive mood this year or not really?
I'd say I'm about 50-50. I'm just smoking weed all day long.
Getting chilly down there?
Yeah. 40 degrees.
Yeah, here too.
It's only 17 in West Branch.
Well, yeah, big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Which would you rather have? Which would you rather have, the 40 or the 17?
Honestly, I'm not really a warm weather guy like you'd think.
Yeah.
I like really big snowstorms.
Okay. Yeah. I understand that.
What'd you guys do today? Anything special?
No, too much.
Good. Now, did Debbie get lucky with the job yet?
I worked on my computer. Now I'm working on my Diamond Arc because my surveys and stuff for the diamonds. Like,
Do you see Mark's video, singing videos?
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one.
That's pretty good, huh?
He's going big time.
Yeah, he's doing good,
I got one more qualification I'll have to do, and I'm wide awake. I haven't didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so that last qualification will wait till I get a better night's sleep.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe it's almost January. Another, geez, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Time's flying.
I know.
It'll be 50 next year. Milestone.
You know much about autism?
No, but my brother's son has it.
I babysat a little girl who had it.
Didn't babysit a little girl that had it.
Yeah.
Well, how they doing?
They're doing pretty good. It's amazing how smart they are. They pick up on a lot of things that you don't notice.
Well, I was reading a book. I was paging through a book today, and it said Elon Musk, Albert Einstein, a bunch of people.
That's like Down syndrome too. We have a friend with Down syndrome. He didn't cry when his father died. He said he was sad and he missed him, but he said, Dad's in my heart and he'll always be there.
Oh, that was sweet.
That was profound from a kid with Down syndrome. I thought that was amazing. And he's happy about it.
It's
Because
true.
he knows he'll see his dad again. He believes he'll see dad again. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd say it's profound.
It's amazing. He works a job. He's worked for about, 25, 30 years now? Derek? He still works in a place out here for people with Down syndrome and autism.
Oh, wow.
Called Tantone Industries.
Yeah.
And they work every day and they make a salary and something extra that goes with their disability or whatever. And he's worked there only 25 years. He's
wow.
broken foot, bandaged up and everything. He still goes to work all the time. He's proud of that.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
that's good. I had a sister-in-law had Down syndrome.
Yeah. They see things a little differently, but they still, like a different part of their brain seems more active than some of ours are,
Yeah. I don't think this thing's working right tonight. But as long as you can hear me good, that's fine.
I hear you fine.
But the damn timer isn't on, doesn't show people on, nothing. Hey, Mark.
Hey, boys. What's going on?
We were just wondering when you're going big time.
Oh, the big time, eh?
Yeah.
Waiting for Bill Graham. Is he still alive?
Who?
Bill Graham.
The preacher?
No, the other one. He had the venues, Fillmore East and Fillmore West
Billy
and
Graham?
Winterland.
Talking about Billy Graham?
Yeah.
No, I
Billy
didn't.
Graham?
Not Billy Graham, he's a preacher. Yeah.
There's the other Billy Graham, though, is the preacher, and there was the other one that owned, you heard of Fillmore East and Fillmore West? The
There was,
famous.
there was a wrestler called that too in the 70s. Billy Graham.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Mary. Yeah, but I don't know what Mark's talking about. Where do
Bill
you?
Graham. Another Bill Graham.
He's
Yeah,
a
I know.
preacher.
But where? Where?
Oh,
He
yeah,
used to be the owner of Fillmore East and Fillmore West, the famous rock and roll venues that they were bars, and they had some of the best albums ever were recorded there by some of the big bands like the Allman Brothers, Frank
In the
Zappa,
In the
all
States.
kinds.
that name.
Was the United States, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was he a Baptist minister?
No.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, he's a singer?
No.
No, he owned a venue.
Oh, then I don't know who that is then. My God.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to discover me, anyways. But I'll be waiting a long time.
Well, he's got to be alive, doesn't he?
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I can send him. If you ever want me to send the link someplace, I'm more than happy to do it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll let you know.
I'll
You
send
know,
it.
it'll help you save face if they don't pick you.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll be
That's
glad
right.
to. I do that for a lot of people. I know this singer around here. Actually, I uploaded some of the stuff for him. His name's Dave Tebow.
Oh, it's Tebow. I don't know. I have.
Yeah, he's
heard
kind
that
of
name.
like you. You know, he didn't fucking around with this his whole life.
Yeah,
Hey, James.
I'm not much of a singer. I don't claim to be much of a singer, but I write, and it's my avenue. It's my. I do it because I got the opportunity to. I'm more of a player, though. I play instruments. I concentrate on that more.
Yeah, I can't do any of it.
You tried, though.
Yeah, I did try. I think I
It's
could do
not-
better at it now.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I mean, it's one of those things, especially guitar. It's not that easy. I used to play years ago, and first of all, you got to get calluses on your fingers.
I got
Otherwise,
those. I got them on my palm.
yeah, okay. That I don't know if that qualifies, but we can work with that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, mostly fingertips though.
Oh,
You get calluses so the wire, the strings don't bother you. Years ago, when I first started playing in the 70s, the strings back then are nothing like they are now.
Yeah.
Now the technology is there, so
Yeah.
they're really their quality. They're easier to play. They're not so hard on the fingers. Back in the 70s, they were rough.
Oh, okay.
So
I was trying. I don't think Infolev's voice was working.
I thought I heard him for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Where did James go?
It fell off. Came off. Maybe he realized it and he's coming back on.
Oh, hope so.
Now he
He's a
says,
nice guy.
we've been trying to talk about autism.
Right. Yeah.
It's funny. I was looking through a couple books today at a different location, and that's closely linked to schizophrenia.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Rita. I never knew that.
No.
And
Yeah,
they say Elon Musk has autism. Albert Einstein had it, and a bunch of other famous people.
Oh yeah, on the end of the scale that they were functionable and
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. Yep. Who knows?
What do you think of this Elon Musk guy?
I like him.
He hasn't done anything malicious or like people claim he's going to be the ender of the civilization. And
I'm not too thrilled about looking up in the sky and seeing those fucking satellites every time I look up there when I'm looking for something else.
yeah,
These goddamn things are all over now.
yeah, a lot of junk up there too.
Yeah, it looks like fireworks.
Well, when they're coming in the atmosphere and burning up.
No, they're up there floating around providing this shitty internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the flashing lights and
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of.
Yeah, man, at least I think he's a good guy. I mean, that's how it is in this day and age, oh man. I mean, no matter what you do, you're going to have critics.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Look what they did to Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
I mean, whether he was the son of God or not.
Still, I know, just for that sake, just for that reason,
Yeah.
that he preached that he was.
Yeah.
They what did the blasphemy? I guess it would have been his crime,
Right.
and they hung him.
Yeah.
And how do you die of exposure? I guess when you're hanging up on the cross like that.
I think I'm not really sure. I would think bled to death.
From where they drive the spikes in the feet and the palms, or in the in the wrist. I think they drive through.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be pretty severe.
He came back though, didn't he?
So the story goes.
Yeah. Unless you ask a Jew.
Yeah.
They're still waiting.
They're still waiting for him.
Yeah.
One day, I wonder what the circumstances, if he'll ever come for them.
Well, it depends who you ask. Talk to a Catholic, he's already been here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're waiting for that Messiah.
Yeah, I think that well, they do acknowledge Jesus Christ did exist. There was a man named Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But he was a prophet in their book.
Yeah, yeah. Even the Muslims think that.
Yeah, that's right.
And even other cultures give respect to the Virgin Mary. They don't get into how she got pregnant.
Yeah, there's
especially the Mexicans. You go into a Mexican's house, and they've got pictures of the Virgin Mary all over the place. Yeah, still a virgin. Had Jesus.
Yeah, it's quite a story.
I thought so. Yeah.
Quite a story, man.
Yeah, so I hope Infolov makes it back on here. A couple of people say they had, a few people said they struggled with autism.
Yeah, I was surprised when he told me because he came on pirate radio and I said, what have you been up to? And he said, reading a lot lately on autism. And I asked him, do you have a son or daughter with autism? And he said, no, I'm autistic. I said, oh, wow. Then he went on to explain a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was really, he knows a lot about power lines. A lot. and he could tell you the power systems, even up here in Toronto and Ontario. He was describing to me how the power structure from the nuclear power plant, how it's structured, and I don't know. He's got a firm grip on the whole situation.
You know, I'm looking at this fucking thing, and like you're down where you're in before you're on the chat. What the fuck's wrong with this thing? You know, like before I add you,
Yeah.
there's got to be some kind of like different view or something.
What do you mean? Oh,
Well, yeah, I don't see. You're not like up where I normally see, and I don't see the buttons to change the configuration on the screen.
right. I don't know with the way my
Does anybody
screen
see?
shows
Does
it,
anybody else see Mark?
I see a side by side.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
I don't even see like a button to click on it anymore. Here, let me
Huh.
try this. Try this.
Are you on your phone or your?
Oh, black laptop.
Oh,
Huh. And I'm sure that has something to do with why I don't see the clock and everything. But I don't even see, like, let's see settings. Let me look at this fucking thing. Webcam, background camera, audio, virtual background, layouts. Here we go. I think they've changed everything.
I haven't been on StreamYard for a bit. I've
Picture.
been using Restream because I got everything set up there.
I think this has them all checked. Disable group. Do you want to disable the layout as it is currently active? No, I'm afraid to fuck with it.
Start pushing some buttons, Tom.
Yeah, no, it'll wreck it. I'll just do it later. Yeah, but they see side by side too. But this whole thing's different. It looks like they changed quite a few things.
Yeah.
But usually there was a button at the bottom where you could, like, I don't have how many people are on, and I don't have the timer, how long we've been on.
Oh, that's missing.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No, I think it's just,
Your view?
yeah, I think it's the view. And I looked in, it says, what layout would you want? And it's got them all checked.
Oh, something's fucked
Screen
up.
layout, yeah, something's fucked up. Cinema layout, I don't know what would have checked them all. Crop to show background image, crop layout, group layout. That's what I wanted, group layout. I'm going to click these off and see if it helps. But I don't think it's gonna. I think once it's signed on like this, you're fucked.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, try it again, Impala. I mean, I see on the bottom. As long as but you see it's you and I side by side, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you see a photo of Daisy?
No, I don't see a photo. Oh yeah, a photo of Daisy, and that's your backdrop. Your wallpaper.
Behind my face?
Yeah, behind both of us.
Oh, see, I see that in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, that's showing you what your background is. But
I see.
For everybody else, that's the wallpaper.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what would have made it do it like this.
It looks like it's almost unfinished. Like it's everything's checked off and ready to go, but it's not completed. The background isn't there. Your ticker isn't there,
No.
and you're seeing our configuration off.
Yeah, now this is saying save new layout, and I don't want to save it.
No, none of it's screwed up.
Yeah. I don't know if I can cancel it. If I do this, I'll sign back on. Hold on.
Okay.
Discard. You have unsaved layout change. Are you sure you want to? Yeah, discard change. There we go. Now we're talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's working now. It changed it. It changed it, even though I didn't want it to.
Can you
I
see
click
the
that.
ticker?
Now the timer's on,
Right
and
on.
I can see people are on.
Cool.
So let's see what else. I talked to Michelle today. She's supposed to be coming on.
Oh yeah. Memories with Michelle. I'm still not a member of her channel because I can't find it.
Oh, it's Moments with Michelle. That's why.
Oh, Moments with. Yeah, I think I tried that, Tom.
No, it comes right up.
Oh, it does. All right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
and
And
subscriber.
she's well, I'll let her tell you. She's having a little rough time, I think.
Oh no,
Yeah, going through a lot of stress.
life's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it sucks.
Need
You know,
the bad times.
we're on the home stretch. We're going to the homeland, man. We don't have that shit to worry about.
That's right. Yeah,
We're half fucking dead.
one foot in the grave, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a good way of putting it, isn't it?
Well, when you think about it, it could be 15 years, 10 years, whatever. It seems like such a small amount of time
Yeah, it
compared to
does
what
now.
we've lived through.
I remember thinking I was never going to get out of school.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those years went real slow. I wanted
I remember going to college. I thought, man, this is going to take forever.
yeah.
And now you look like the years fly by. Shit, I lived
Yeah.
in Florida 5, Chicago 13, West Branch 13. Now I'm here. Shit. That's why I say it's probably my last stop.
Yeah, well, you never know what life's going to deal you.
No,
But
you
you know
don't.
what? It's not such a bad stop. You got
No, no, it's fun. Hey, Conan. No, it's not.
nice pad.
It's not. No, I'm not complaining.
What's going on with your place, anyways? You gonna move
Fuck,
in?
I went over there today, man. It's like I didn't say what's taking so long, but they got to put some more lights on the porch. The kitchen isn't finished. It's 2 months overdue.
Yeah. Usually,
I mean, it bothers me, but there's nothing I'm going to do about it.
yeah.
I don't
can't
know.
do
These guys, I don't know why. My guess is they're busy. And they tell him when we're done with what we're doing now, we'll finish. And he's not going to tell me that.
No. The general contractor.
Yeah, because they just get 10% of the total cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
But
is
he's
worth
got
it.
to. He's got to make sure the job's flowing and that it's getting. Everybody shows up and gets the job done. I mean, if he's way behind schedule, maybe he's not doing the job he should be doing.
Well, that's the thing. You never get to compare apples to apples. That's like going to a psychiatrist. You don't know where you're supposed to be in a year.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like, God.
But it looks fucking awesome. The place looks fucking awesome.
You can stop by when you go down.
I will.
You going to do that this year?
Yeah. It's looking that way, and I'm gonna look into Melbourne. Was it?
Yeah, I almost went down there over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like it down there. It's beautiful. Now, really check the rate. Really go on there and look through the months and the rates, because they're experts at when to discount and when not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll be like, I don't know what it is behind or whether there's something going down there, but there's times you're not going to get any deals after January 1st. I don't think.
Yeah, we might be looking into again late summer now next year, if that's the case, and early fall of next year to do this, just to get a good rate and to get the good weather.
Yeah, but you sure it'll be too fucking hot down there
in September, October?
Yeah, it's still hot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that you can get a deal there in December, but as it turns out, you can't. It doesn't start getting expensive till January.
But January is kind of cool to swim in the ocean, isn't it?
Not there.
No?
But really, I don't think the discount's that much to where it's worth putting off that long. You may save $300 or $400, big fucking deal.
Yeah, that's nothing. I mean,
I'd rather be down there in the winter.
If it rounds off to around a couple of $100 a night, which it looks like it was, that's totally managed. I would think.
Yeah, I know. Like the difference between a deal is $180 a night and not a deal $245 a night.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting it for half or something.
And we're talking about 7 nights here. It's not that big of a deal.
No, I mean if you do that, sign up for that rewards thing ahead of time.
Right.
with Radisson, wherever the name of that our club is, because you can get some pretty good deals.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, you know how these places are. You're not going to get the deal while you're there. You're going to rack up your points after you check out, but I bet it would help you next year.
for the next time.
Yeah, you get like, I bet if you get those points and all that you'll get the discounted rate all the time from the other time you stayed.
I don't know if this is gonna be a yearly thing for us, but it's gonna become a regular thing for us again.
Yeah.
Going down and during the winter to get a little bit of sunshine and heat up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Every couple of years, I could see us doing that.
And you're definitely going to drive.
Yeah, I love to drive.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's part of the holiday for me. I love driving, and I love exploring.
Yeah, no, you like it. You'll like it down here. It's different.
Yeah, that's north of Fort Lauderdale on the Atlantic side, right?
About 600 miles north.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to be about halfway.
Yeah, yeah.
A little more than halfway.
I've been to Fort Lauderdale, Pompano before.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
And I've done the west side, the Gulf side before.
Oh, okay.
Visited Crystal Island, I think it was called, or Treasure Island or something like that.
You ever go to the Bahamas? Jamaica?
No. I've never flown anywhere south. I've never been anywhere south of the Florida Keys.
No, no Mexico, huh?
No, I haven't been there.
I wouldn't go there now, I don't think.
Well, my good buddy just came back, and he stayed he described it as sort of an Americanized section.
Yeah.
And they had a condominium that they stayed in, and I forget how much it was a night. It was really reasonable, and it was really nice inside, but it was a little bit into the jungle. He said this is when they were driving in for the first time from the airport. They were all of a sudden in black jungle, and he was wondering, this is a little sketchy. And then all of a sudden it opened up, and they were in more civilized sort of an area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he wasn't sure what he was getting into at first.
Yeah. Here he is, Iggy Pop. Hey, James.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
Hi,
Good.
James.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Dolly.
Good, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. Had a crazy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what happened?
Uh-oh, it's echoing.
You were what? I think it sounds a little off.
Yeah, your sound. Oh.
I wonder how it works so easy. Like Rita uses a phone, it works perfect. Not Rita, but Stephanie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Deals with that. Yeah.
I hardly ever use my phone.
No, me either. It's a pain in the ass using a phone on these chats.
It is. Everything's so tiny on it.
Yeah.
You can't see
You
it.
don't get everything, and it's reconfigured and the whole bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here he is.
I transmitted from the beach a couple of times, and it was buffering a lot. And your sound was going down, James.
Sometimes when I come in, it just echoes, and like everybody's voices keep repeating over and over again.
That's because you got a window open, like another screen. I know I don't. I know, Mark, you don't, do you?
No.
It was probably Chris. He does that a lot.
Yeah, he does.
But you don't hear an echo now, do you?
I don't think so. I think it sounds good now.
Okay, good.
Excellent.
Oh, all right. So you were saying that you're autistic, right?
Oh, yep. Now I hear an echo.
James, do you have another window open that says chosen one.
Are you on YouTube and StreamYard?
Yes, I am. I just closed YouTube out now.
Well, and there goes you won't have the echo now.
Ah, that's it.
Yep, that's it. Okay.
Perfect.
So James,
Yeah.
you said you're autistic,
Yes.
and is that how you know so much about the power lines in Canada?
Yes. Yes. That's exactly why.
It's wild. Now,
It's brilliant.
Thank you.
When were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 8th grade back in 1997. This was like when Asperger's was just starting to get like mainstream.
Yeah.
I basically have Asperger's, although it's not as part of the DSM-5 label anymore. Now they just
No, it's
call it
not.
autism.
Yeah, they do. And
Yeah.
how does yours manifest itself?
Well, that's a pretty loaded question, but I'm glad to tell you all about it.
Let me have it.
Basically, my autism manifests myself in several different ways. The first way is that it makes it a little harder for me to read body language. Like when people use their hand gestures when they talk, sometimes it's hard for me to like understand what they're meaning by like body language.
Uh-huh.
Another thing is I have trouble understanding jokes. Like when people joke around, I don't know if people are joking or being serious.
Yeah.
So it will kind of like fuck me over sometimes. Like if someone's joking, I'll either take it seriously and get offended, not realizing they're joking, or I'll assume someone's joking when someone's actually being mean, and not have my like guard up or get taken
Yeah.
advantage of, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Overall,
looking through a couple books today. It's exactly what it said.
yeah, that's really cool that you've been interested in that lately.
Well, you know what really interests me? I mean, it interests me anyway, but what really interests me is reading a lot about it, looking for a good book, talking to people, and really not knowing much more now than I did when I first asked, because it's all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like there's still so much I could learn about autism. It's an ongoing thing where I'm constantly learning more and more. But I
Yeah,
feel like
no,
I'll never like fully understand it. It's something that no one's going to fully understand, at least not yet.
yeah. Are you a high school graduate?
College graduate.
Now, so obviously high functioning.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot people usually don't use the spectrum anymore, like low spectrum, high spectrum. They just say autism's autism with just other kind of like comorbid disability traits. But I still think there is kind of but it's just to make it simple here, I'm just going to say I'm high functioning because I have autism, but I can at least, take care of myself for the most part, live
Yeah.
on my own, have a job.
You don't play any musical instruments, do you?
No.
Have you ever tried, or do you got any interest?
Yes, I tried learning the guitar when I was younger, but I kind of stopped because my dad had me have this guitar instructor that was like really hard, made me read music and stuff, and I just wanted to learn chords and learn some just some songs that I liked, and he had me go through this formal like read music and all this, learn classical
Oh,
stuff on
yeah.
guitar, and that didn't interest me at all, and it was hard. So I kind of just
Yeah.
lost interest, and now I kind of regret not just coming back to it, but it was just kind of overwhelming, so I kind of quit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. They pushed it on you, all
Yeah.
that extra stuff, and that'll turn you off for sure.
Yeah, I just want to learn some basic chords and
Yeah,
play a
play
couple of
some of the-
songs.
For sure.
It's a stupid question, but I'll ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Knowing about the power lines in Canada,
Uh-huh.
I can't ask you why are you like that, but are there other similarities to what is that? It just interests you like a good movie or?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The reason why I'm interested in it is that it's like just ever since I was a little kid, power lines just looked so intense. They actually scared me when I was a kid, as well as lightning storms.
Yeah.
And I was terrified, but then eventually I just kind of conquered my fears, and then it became the most fascinating thing to see ever. Same with lightning storms.
Right.
When I
Wow.
look at power lines, it's almost like it's like so intense, like the way it crosses the countryside. It's like looking at people,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like the way it goes down like pathways. It's like it feels like you're riding on a train, like you're looking at a railroad track and you're riding on like a train going on a track, and
But I
it's just
mean,
it's
it,
really fun. Like when I'm driving, literally feels like I'm on like an amusement park ride, and you're watching the track in front of you, and you're like you're riding on a ride.
yeah, it's cool.
I know that sounds really crazy, but it does. It's like I feel the whole entire power line like swaying across the countryside, and it's like I feel like the wires. It's like I'm part of it, and it's like you're riding. The wires feel like you're riding down a train track, like on a train.
Man, you're
wow.
lucky.
Relaxing but intense.
I thought this was a disability. I kind of wish I had it.
Yeah, that makes it sound interesting, eh?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool
it's
that you could
intense.
just be like driving down the road doing this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark and I are just driving by. We're lucky to catch a damn bald eagle sitting on the top one.
That's right.
So,
yeah, I've seen bald eagles on top of
So
the line before. It's cool. Hey, Michelle.
I just saw the title: Autism, Porn, Alcohol, and what, Tom?
forgot what else I said. I was, wanting to get it up there so, people would know we would be on tonight.
So know that who would be on? What are you?
Whoever, man.
Like-
Marty, what are you looking for?
Eating flashlight.
What are you looking for, though, with the flashlight?
Just see what's out here. I'm just looking for a. I don't. Where's the big one?
She must have put it in a drawer, like that shit, in those green drawers or
I'm
something.
gonna fucking kill her.
How you doing, Michelle?
Please do.
Good. How are you? No, I
Oh,
was just interested
sorry about
in
that.
the title of the live stream. It was porn. It was autism, porn.
No, we I've been trying to talk to
James.
James about this, and one thing or another, it just hasn't worked out. Now, James, Michelle has an autistic son.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
Yeah, that's why we were like interested in talking to an adult, and you
both-
seem to do
Michelle
well.
and Mary have kids with autism.
Oh yeah, they told me that my son, from a young age was going to be successful in life, and I was he's an adult and he's still doing well,
That's cool. Does he is he graduated from college and working at a career like that's
Well,
his special interest?
he's in the midst right now of figuring out what he wants to do, but he did go to college for a little bit.
He's doing something in meds, you said?
No, real estate.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really
He's
good.
burning houses down for an arsonist.
I mean, I heard you can make a lot of money in real estate.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
Gotta hustle though, and know the right people.
People with autism, they have what's called a special interest, which means they like literally are not just interested in a certain thing, but like obsessed with a certain thing.
Does porn count?
It could be porn, it could be
Shit,
girls.
you got me thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of do have a point there. Like my son, when he liked something, it was all about that subject. For a while, he was really interested in history, and when he was in high school, extremely interested. 'Cause
I am
remember
too. The
Dave-
history of porn.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Tom.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Well, James has done well. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
I've
really.
worked really hard.
Yeah, no, I bet you have, man. I mean, this is like I don't know. I wouldn't have probably been too
Well,
good at it.
well, James, I mean, so were you ever really good at doing like a certain thing? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, did you ever like what are your hobbies?
Well, I just told Tom and Mark about my interest in power lines. Like I love looking at power lines, and I remember like where they're all at. Like what, like if you pick a state and a utility, like I'll know like what the power lines look like, and
Right.
It's cool, man.
I
No,
pretty much
I
like
tell
know
you,
where
I
all
tell
the
you what,
power lines in
autistic,
Michigan go.
So
autistic
what do you go
people,
through
man,
books,
don't
or
let
you
them fool you.
visit states, or
How do you know this
Yeah,
so much of this?
because I'm really I hyper focus on it, and so like literally I'll learn everything I possibly can from it because I'm just really interested in it. Like they say,
who?
like when you're really interested in something, you'll naturally learn a lot about it.
Yeah.
Well, autistic people, they like really hyper focus on something that they love because you like obsess over it, and so you'll end up learning a lot about it because you just have so much fun just learning about it
No,
because it's just
autism
so
isn't a
interesting.
bad, yeah, like, I mean, people think because you might be a little off socially, I'm sure you've had that happen to you, like,
Yeah.
where you just don't feel like you fit in,
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
It's not, but like, never think that an autistic person is stupid. It
No,
doesn't
absolutely
like
not.
it doesn't have a brain,
No.
because they will surprise you. Like you'll
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm an idiot. Like my son's proven that to me like many times, like throughout his um with school and everything. He always amazed me at his what knowledge he absorbed so easily.
Yeah. Yeah. But it kind of depends on if it's something that interests you too. Like I can't
That's true.
I can't
Yeah.
remember anything that doesn't interest me, and it takes a ton of effort for me to focus and learn it. But if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll absorb it like a sponge for the most
Shit,
part.
man. I need help.
Library member, or internet? You scour the internet, or
See porn. See, you know what? You know what, Tom?
Yeah.
So maybe you're just autistic and really into porn and you can't help yourself. Have
Yeah.
you
Well,
thought
Tom's
about
good at
that?
socializing.
He hadn't
Yeah.
said. He's talking about like hyper interested and all this stuff, and like you focus on one thing. It's like I'm waiting for him to say
Yeah,
something
autistic
I
people have
don't
like
have.
Oh my god.
I often say autistic people have a hyper focused nature of thinking, which means they just um most people will see the forest for the trees. They'll say this is a forest, and they see the trees because they see the trees and all that. But an autistic person will often focus on this tree and not actually realize it's a forest, but they look at each tree with vast detail.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh yeah, my
Huh.
son, he was like, it would just amaze me because like he wasn't a big talker, right? Which a lot of men aren't. Like, a lot of guys just in
No,
general, like
I
women
didn't
usually talk more.
I didn't speak until I was 3.
Yeah, he was about like we're talking like full sentences. It was probably like 5 or 6,
Yeah,
maybe like he
yeah,
could complete a sentence. But
that sounds like me.
that didn't mean he was stupid because when you like if you struck the right thing to talk to him about, it was just like wow, he would always come out of the woodwork like this is how intelligent I really am. And I'm like, okay, well, just because you
So,
don't talk and you're little.
this might seem
I
like a
think,
dumb question, James, but do
yeah,
you remember not talking and why?
yes, I do. I was actually about to tell you this in the perfect timing. I remember when I was like 4 or 5. I remember a lot of what happened in my life back then. Like I remember a lot, and I still think about times when I was 4 or 5. And part of the reason why I didn't talk much was because I was constantly observing and constantly thinking, constantly looking at things. My mind was going like a mile a minute. And so I
Analyzing.
often didn't really talk because I was just constantly just observing and thinking and analyzing and making sense of things.
Now, do you
And
have
that's the
autistic
thing
friends?
that I'm interested. Yeah, I have a couple of autistic friends. Yeah, from Michigan.
And you say they don't use the spectrum too much anymore, but it seems to me that a lot of the autistic people that I knew are not high school graduates.
Yeah, well, there's low functioning autistic people and high functioning autistic people. The low functioning autistic people are generally they have to be, they need care from others. A lot of times they can't talk, and they can't really take care of themselves. But it's possible because maybe they are smart. Maybe they're so smart that they don't really want to get into the whole rat race of society, or even
Amen, man.
they might
Yeah,
even
Shit.
this is I've been I think about that a lot. Like a lot of low functioning autistic people they've been proven to be really smart, really brilliant. But I think maybe it's because they think maybe even just it's even things like just learning how to talk is just pointless.
Okay. Yeah, no, right. A lot. It's getting that way.
They're aware of a lot of the bullshit of society, and they don't
Yeah.
really want to get into all that.
So, Infalove, I just have a question for you, and it's
Yeah.
okay if it's like too
Ask
personal
as
or
many
whatever.
questions as
But
you want.
We don't diagnose Asperger's anymore. Is that?
No, it's all autism now.
What's the question you were going to ask, Michelle?
oh, I was just wondering, for Infalove, did they ever put you on any types of medications, like at all, for your autism throughout your life?
Yes. When I was younger, this was before Asperger's was known. This was before my parents and I even knew I had autism. We didn't know what I had. It was really confusing. Like, had no idea. I used to see doctors when I was younger, but the doctors could never really diagnose me, because this was back in the early '90s, before Asperger's was really became known. And they did put me on some medication when I was in 3rd and 4th grade. I was on Prozac for a bit.
Yeah.
I took it for about a couple of years. It made me kind of jittery. It didn't really help too much.
Yeah.
And they
And
also
what
put me on Quantipen, which made me sleepy.
what symptoms were you getting at that time that they wanted to give you Prozac?
Anxiety. I had a lot of anxiety when I was younger,
Right.
which part of the reason why I had a lot of anxiety is because another trait, another characteristic I have that is a challenge, but also kind of a blessing, is that I'm really hypersensitive to everything.
Hypersensitive to everybody, did you say?
It's stimulus like lights, sounds.
Yeah, lights. That book mentions that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm
Too
really
much,
sensitive
too
to
much
that.
stimulation, right? So you
Yeah,
need kind
like if
of
if somebody drops something, I'll literally I'll startle and yell, "Oh shit," because it will scare the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like sudden loud noises.
How about like would a cricket drive you nuts?
Oh, he left.
He'll come back. Yeah, his phone's fucking up. Hey, Rita.
Hi.
We're not
Hi,
going to
Rita.
see your face tonight?
No, not tonight.
All right.
Rita, we want to see your face.
No, you don't.
I mean, sometimes I feel that
I
way
don't know
with
why.
Tom too, but
Shut
you know,
up.
his
Yeah, I
face
get overwhelmed with like a lot of stimulation, and sometimes it can lead to meltdowns.
I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't mean to crowd the chat. I know that can be
No,
off-putting
you're
for
fine.
you,
Fine.
Infy. I was talking to Infy Love.
Yeah, he keeps coming on and going off. I don't think he knew he was off.
Yeah, it sounded like
Oh,
he was talking right through it.
yeah. He can get overstimulated with too many
Shit,
people.
I'm afraid to ask him if he jacks off a lot.
Oh, jeez.
Is
Shit,
he not on here now?
I got this
Tom
shit.
he always knows when to lighten
I
everything
got
up.
this shit,
We're like,
man.
we're here and having this, you know.
All right, that's it. I got it.
Kicked off the stream
Yeah, I
yard.
think so, Tom.
Hush a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Who said
Yes,
something
ma'am.
about StreamYard?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, for some reason I got kicked off of StreamYard twice.
Three
It like
times.
closed. I got.
See, no,
I
I
got
don't. His picture's not up here or anything.
So
He was talking though.
Is that Rita gone or did James go again?
Yeah, both of them. Here she
No,
is.
somebody's
can you
still
hear me?
here.
Here it is. Rita,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm
you can hear
back.
you. I can hear you, but I don't see. Oh, here it is. Yeah, now it
Yeah,
just
I
came
just
up.
got.
Yeah.
I just suddenly got exited out of the stream.
Oh, okay. That's probably Rita.
Yeah, I
She's got
just
a lot of
closed
unresolved anger.
so who's gonna talk about the alcohol tonight? Tom
About-
just wants to freaking stir up crap, don't you?
Well, I'm trying to, have a intelligent discussion with things that I don't know a lot about. I'm a little depressed tonight. I've realized I had something.
Yeah, well, it could be open up a whole lot of doorways for you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you. I don't
I
need
missed Thanksgiving the other day because I had to work, so my wife made some Thanksgiving dinner today, which was awesome. It's really nice.
Nice.
So,
Hey,
Happy
was
Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving, James.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Is
I didn't have
NC
turkey,
still in
though.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Instead
just
of
wanted to say
turkey, I mean,
hello, and it's nice to meet you, and I'm glad that you came up on chat.
You hear
oh,
that,
thank
James?
you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Thank you.
What's really interesting is, I was talking to Mark, and Mark, I guess, had talked to James, and he was mentioning these power line things, and sure enough, I happened to stumble in there today and read that book, and they talked about stuff just like that: waves, trees, weeds growing in cracks, that kind of thing. Now, I got a buddy of mine with an autistic son, and he's big on zip codes and the location of real estate places off expressway exits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time he could tell you every real estate office exit to get off from St. Marie to Toledo, Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then James, it sounds like you almost get pleasure driving by these lines.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man, I wish it was that easy for me. Don't you, Mark?
Yeah.
NC, do you
We've pulled out all the stops, man. We're getting jealous now. He's growing some mushrooms. I'm taking handfuls of gummies. We're still miserable.
And we're still looking for.
I think we all have our gifts that help bring us pleasure in our lives. It's all unique. We all have our unique ways.
Well, that's the thing too. Is I think sometimes people they want everybody loves to point out when people are acting weird or whatever else, but it's like if you get to know somebody, it's like, wow, there's you're right, everyone has a gift that they can share with the world for
sure.
whatever that may be for each person.
What's yours, by the way?
Mine is
You can't say.
Yeah, it's top secret.
Okay, all right. Mark, anything ring a bell with you?
For Michelle, what I'm guessing her gift is?
No, I think you know. I was asking about yours.
Oh, no, I don't really have too many. I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I can play music. I can make music.
I think that's an awesome gift.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Yeah.
I've always
He's
wanted
talking
to
to
be able
me.
to play music. I bet that's a lot of fun.
Were you flattered?
Well, I take it for granted sometimes.
I think we all tend to take our gifts for granted.
Yeah, I do too. I wish I knew Michelle's gift instead of keeping it a secret. We're adults. Yeah. I say she gives the best head in Rochester.
Oh my God! Thank you for.
That's a gift.
Thank you.
No, not everybody. Not everybody thinks that's bad.
Do you remember the kielbasa queen from what's his name?
Yeah.
That Jewish radio guy.
Oh, Howard Stern.
Howard Stern, yeah, he had the kielbasa queen.
Yeah.
She could deep throat a kielbasa.
Yeah,
Now that's a gift.
I agree. No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually there. Believe it or not, some people, but women, don't have a gag reflex, and if you know any of them, I'd appreciate if you could give them my number.
Yeah, that's why the sword swallowers tent is or
Yeah,
rail car
I
is
bet you
always
if I'd have married a sword swallower, we'd have never got divorced.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I
Unfortunately,
overlooked all
most
that
of them
shit.
are male.
I'd have
we're
looked
talking.
over all that shit.
We're talking about gifts. We're talking about gifts here, gifts from God, and gifts from that people are blessed with. And we're talking about swords.
Yeah, I guess I use the word loosely when I describe mine. Hey, man, I wish
Tom's a runner. Your gift is running. You better start. Tom's going to be a runner.
You know what I think,
Oh.
Tom?
I'll
gift is?
record it. So what's that, James?
Interacting with people.
What's that?
I think your gift is interacting with people.
Definitely.
I think that's
I
how
don't really think so.
you made tons of money, and
You're a funny guy, Tom, because you claim to
Yeah,
not
that's
to
funny.
like people very much
Yeah.
or have too many people around you hanging out,
Yeah.
but you're so good with people. You can talk. You could sell ice to an Eskimo.
Exactly.
I don't think
Exactly.
that's good.
You're the typical car salesperson.
Yeah,
You can
thank you,
freaking
thank
I think
you
good
can paint
social
any
skills.
picture a certain
Maybe I
way.
should try
I
that.
And
think having
people
good
believe
social
it.
skills can really make you successful.
What's that?
I think having good social skills can make you really successful.
I think so too.
Many of the
Yes,
successful
but I
people in the
mean,
world
it
are good
doesn't.
at socializing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle, I think everybody, I think Rita, James, Michelle, I think you guys just could do it too, just same way. Mark,
Do what?
just talk and stuff.
Oh, I can talk. We all know I can talk.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It brings like an interesting perspective.
You know what? I hate small talk. Small talk makes me nervous, or long periods of silence makes me nervous, and I end up saying something stupid just to fill the silence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Most-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Most autistic people hate small talk.
Yeah, remind
Right.
me to invite you two to a party.
It's one of the biggest discussions in the autism groups, as a matter of fact.
So who in the group is part of the alcohol chat tonight?
I don't think any of them. I don't think there's
Does
any real
anybody
drinkers
drink?
here.
Yeah, or does anybody drink in this group or?
Now, will you drink, James?
I used to drink a lot, get drunk and party, but I've kind of stopped doing that.
How old
Good.
are you, James?
39.
Okay.
I'm 59. I used to drink years ago quite a bit too, especially when
Yeah.
I was busy with business,
I'm on
but
the
not so much
wagon
now.
now. But I
Yeah,
can take it or
I
leave
used
it.
to love partying when I was younger, but then you get older and people have kids and people are
Right.
always busy. So I was like, all right, well, done with partying now, even though I was
Right.
still at the party.
Let's
Now
move
I
on to
party
other
here.
things.
I think the small talk you're talking about is like, when you're the only person in line with the checkout girl. That kind of bullshit.
Exactly.
I don't mind that. It's just when it gets around to the damn weather, that makes
Yeah,
me start,
weather talk.
oh, not the weather again. Or that sort of thing. Or how's the family? So how's the family?
Yeah.
So, Infolob, did
What do
you
you work
ever use like drugs and alcohol frequently, like throughout your life at all?
Not a
Did
lot,
you?
but only when I partied and have fun. Like
Oh, okay.
when I go to parties, I would, like if someone would pass a blunt around, I would smoke it.
Oh, okay.
How'd
All right.
those power lines look then?
Really awesome. Yeah, good. A little more.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they glowing?
Actually, yes, they were. One time I was in Florida and I was high over by Ocala, and I was looking at a bunch of power lines, and I literally saw the wires glowing like indigo colored
Nice.
purple. It was nuts.
Wow.
Good for
And I
you.
was listening to music too, and it was like
Seeing the
glowing
music.
to the beat of the music. It was weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how this is a fucking disability. This sounds like something I'd take to get in that state of mind.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that, Tom. I think
Shit,
we all
right,
can
Mark?
get there.
Fuck, Mark's growing things. I'm taking handfuls of gummies instead of drinking beer. We're trying.
Yeah. We're
Oh,
looking for
that's
that.
it. Oh, Tom.
Shit, but man, he gets enjoyment out of,
Power lines.
yeah, power lines. That's cool.
Well, my
But
son
also,
did-
it's the power centers and the power plants that they're interesting too, right, James?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The power stations are like the power stations are really like awesome. Like it's like watching the end of a movie or like the sunset at the end of the day.
Right.
well, my son.
It's like
My
it's
son.
like the center of the galaxy. Like the power lines are like the stars in the galaxy, and it leads you to like the center of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sort
that's
of.
cool.
Does my son?
J-
His thing was making videos, filmmaking.
Oh no.
So
It's another
he
one I
got
got.
he made he made he made some videos, and they're on YouTube actually, and he made a YouTube channel, but most of his YouTube is video games, but he did make a video with some of his friends, a movie, like a short clip, and it came out
Oh,
pretty.
neat.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Cool. How
Yeah.
long was it?
It was about what 10 minutes. It
yeah.
was
That's a lot of
10
work
minutes.
though.
Yeah, it was with the
Oh, it
editing
is
and
a lot of work.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, he put effort. Like there was editing. People had lines. He did pretty good.
Good for him.
Yeah.
James,
awesome.
may I ask you, do you work? And if
Yeah.
so, what do you do?
I work at a hotel as a bellman, and I pick up guests from the airport.
Oh,
When I went to school, I originally wanted to be electrical engineer because of my interest in power lines.
right.
But I couldn't pass the classes because of my like the other parts of my autism became a struggle, so I wasn't able to get good grades and pass classes, pay attention
Yes.
to my professors. So I ended up dropping out, and instead
Oh, I see.
I got a degree in graphic arts.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, graphic arts is something
Yeah.
that
Multimedia.
can
Yeah, it
be
is.
profitable.
Yeah, it's been hard getting jobs in that field, but I'm not giving up. My biggest hindrance in getting a job in that field is my social skills. I'm not good at
Yes, I
social
understand.
media.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
get really
you
nervous.
could
when
kind,
I talk to people.
I know other people that had like disabilities and they just went straight internet and they told you right on the thing, we're not talking about this. We'll
Well,
text and email.
Well,
Disability.
Yeah.
And it just skips that whole thing. And you'd be
Yeah.
surprised if people love to deal with a graphic artist, didn't have to talk to them. Long as you had the credibility.
Yeah.
graphic arts can be a good field.
Yeah.
As
do
he
love working
said, it's
classes,
his
too.
social interactions that prohibit him.
Well, if
Yes.
he were to get into like even engineering, like that's almost like an engineering type personality, you could probably do something like what you said, get into like an electrical program and learn how to run that.
James, let me ask, is it your social skills that tend to hold you back, having to deal with other people?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's what prohibits you, because you have to work with other people.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand. I worked with a lot of autistic individuals in my career of working with disabilities and whatnot in adults. So I
neat.
totally get you. I really totally get you.
I appreciate that.
And I'm so glad you came up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
I'm
a
glad I came up too.
brilliant
You know what's
guy. I mean,
interesting? Nobody
I
I
love
ever.
talking about this
understand
kind
how
of stuff.
people get. I've seen many autistic people that it seems to be they have this one talent in most cases where they are so knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Not that they're not knowledgeable in other things. It's just whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's electricity in your case.
for me, it's like two main ones. and
Is
a
I
it
had
couple
two
of
main
minor
ones too.
Yeah,
what's
like
your
power
other
lines is a big one,
interest,
and then
James?
another power lines is one, and then art's another one. Art's another talent that I have. I've always been.
Right.
How about mine, Rita?
Tom, go away. Everybody knows your talents, Tom.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for denying me the opportunity to tell my.
And just hush for once.
Yeah. That's crazy. Hey, but James,
Yeah.
normally, like, people will get a hold of me, and there wasn't ever anybody that said anything. It's like, what's the deal on this, James?
Really?
No. Nope.
Oh no.
No. Now, Michelle, that's a little different.
Shut up.
If you hadn't
Do I want to know?
Right.
James, if you hadn't said it, I would have never. Your at least your written interaction with people is very good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, I put a lot of work and effort to try to at
I'm
least
sure you have,
come
honey. I'm
across
sure you have.
to kind of fit into the sort of this society's norm. I put a lot of work, lots and lots of work.
Yes.
Wow.
Good for you,
It's an
darling.
everyday. I work on it every day.
Yes.
Well, you're one of us now.
Yeah.
That's right. You're in the fam.
I appreciate that.
Matter of fact, I talked to Rita about 3 weeks ago. Remember, I called you and talked about James, Rita?
Yes, you did. Yes, we
And that was
did.
just, we've talked more now than we ever have.
Because Tom knows I've worked with people with these types of disabilities. I don't necessarily call it a disability. I think you're brilliant people.
Yeah, it's kind of a different ability.
It is. I would say that autism is that's it.
But it
that's
doesn't.
a great expressive way to say it.
It
A
doesn't negate the
different
fact
kind
that
of
we struggle, though.
ability.
Yeah, it doesn't negate the fact that we struggle with things, though. Some
I
of it is because of
understand.
society's lack of acceptance to our different ability too.
Yes. Well, we're ignorant still. I mean,
James, when you're driving people around and stuff at work, does this ever been like brought up, or like, gee, that guy seems quiet, or he didn't say a word?
No. I actually brought it up to my boss 2 days ago, and they never knew because I'm good at, like, I've learned to adapt.
yeah.
Oh,
They
really?
didn't know that you
But I
were.
had to actually bring it up yesterday because of something crazy that happened during Thanksgiving. My dog, I had to go home during work because my dog peed on the surge protector and it started smoking, and I almost had an electrical fire at my house, so I had to leave work.
Oh, wow. Happy
Because-
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
so I had to
my.
leave, and I forgot to tell my boss about it. I only told like another worker, but I didn't tell my boss, and they thought I was lying.
Oh,
So
Gotcha.
because it did sound like a ridiculous story. Like, I thought my house was burning down. I smelled smoke, smelled something burning.
Yeah.
So they didn't believe me. So I just told them I had autism.
I
Do you
bet that
think
shut
that
him up, didn't it?
Yeah, it kind of did. Yeah.
Do you think it changed anything in your relationship with your boss?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Do-
I
for the
have
good
noticed
or
a difference in the last 2 days.
bad or better?
They're nicer to me.
Good.
Oh, okay,
Good.
great.
Yeah.
Super.
The thing is,
Super.
though, I don't want to use my autism as a crutch, though.
I
I usually don't.
understand.
No.
Well,
usually
you're
don't
not.
let people
You had a legitimate I mean, if I thought that that happened with my dog, I would
Yeah.
probably do the same thing. I don't think that what you did was any not appropriate. That you just left out one person to notify.
Yeah, we'll lay your ass off too, Rita.
Well, lay me off, honey. I'm retired. You ain't laying me off from nowhere.
Yeah.
Working
Show
is
up when
really
we tell
tough
you
for
to.
me because of my hypersensitivity.
Right. Yes. Yes.
I get like once Friday comes, I'm completely burned out. Like I can't do anything during my days off. I have to literally just sit, or else I'll get into what's called an autism burnout.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you literally can't do anything. You're just
You have to
completely
recharge. You have to
Yeah.
be alone and just recharge.
yeah.
Hey, tell that prick
So
you
you
work
have
for
to-
that he pulls that shit again, and you're going to switch from power lines to Jewish lawyers.
Yeah.
So James, for 2 days every weekend, that's what
Oh
you
my
do.
God, Tom.
You sit and recharge.
Yeah. Yeah. When I'm
Wow.
not working, I recharge basically.
Can you read a book while you're doing it, or watch
Yeah.
TV? Or
Yeah. I just watch like YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll go on a drive, look
He
at
just
all.
kind of chills. He just kind of
Yeah.
doesn't
does
do
a dog
anything
walk.
that necessarily involves having to deal with people. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, if he
Just
gets
something that's
fired,
enjoyable,
it's because he spent
relaxing.
3.5 hours staring at a power line.
No.
Yeah, I'll drive
should have
around
been
and
at
look
work.
at power lines, look at nature.
Hey, but
Sometimes
now,
I'll
here's the
photograph
thing now. Here's the thing now. Keep
lightning
this in the
storms.
back of your mind. Now that
Please
you've told them
don't.
about this autism shit, man, you're running that fucking place. They can't do shit. They got to jump through all sorts of extra hoops now that you've put them on notice.
You're kind of right about that because you can't if you fire someone with a disability, they can
they're
get sued.
fucked.
I just
Yeah.
realized that a couple of weeks ago, learning more about jobs and job politics, just to kind of get more knowledge in that area.
Yeah, well,
Right.
it shut them the fuck up when you on that dog peeing on the surge protector, didn't it? When you mentioned that,
Yeah, I did.
it so damn, they didn't think you were lying then.
Thanks
No
to my
wonder
wife
it's so nice
suggesting
to you.
that.
Hey, but I give them credit for having enough fucking brains to shut up. They're not
Yeah.
total idiots.
No, they're pretty good bosses. Yeah, they are.
So
Well,
you enjoy what you do?
Yeah, the main thing I enjoy about this job is that it's not as busy as normal jobs. There's a lot of downtime, so it makes it more tolerable.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
You don't
get as
have all the interaction. You pick up a
yeah,
passenger, drop
know
them
what?
off, come back, and wait for the
have-
next one.
exactly.
ever-
I don't get as overwhelmed.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about working in like a dark room at a factory?
No.
They
Like
have-
for
What kind of
Me either.
wait,
Me
what
either.
kind of dark room is in
who
a
the fuck
factory?
wants to work there? Anybody in the whole goddamn panel.
They have
What is
they
a
have,
dark room in a
I
factory?
don't know.
like with film
That's
and
code
stuff.
language for glory hole in a cheap strip club.
You're
Tom.
I'm such an ass.
Oh, okay.
I've worked in
So
dark rooms before.
a factory doesn't
It's nice.
have doesn't produce film. I don't think an entire factory does it.
No, when you
Does
What are
it?
you talking about?
process film, you have to be in a dark room or else the film gets exposed.
Yeah, that was in
Right, I understand that, but
1945.
are there factories that do that?
Oh yeah. Oh, Kodak has a really, really elaborate factory when they produce film. It's insane.
Well, slap me in the face and call me Margaret.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a huge building. It goes underground. They reel the film in these spools. It literally goes for miles up and down these like spools and stuff. And there's this dark room where they set the film up.
Wow.
And they
Well,
have to
that
run it
that
like
sounds
4 different
nice.
times to
How
get the
hard is
photos.
it to get into something? I mean, how hard would it be to get a job like that? What would you have to
Probably pretty
know,
hard
or what
because
would have to be your qualifications?
I would probably have to go back to college.
Uh,
Oh, fuck that.
College has always been a tough thing for me. School,
Shit
Yeah.
was tough for me. I know I got this shit.
but yeah,
You
that's a
prob-
cool suggestion though.
where are you from, James?
Massachusetts.
If you don't mind me asking, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I lived in Massachusetts until I was 12. Then I moved to Grosse Pointe, Michigan, and right by Detroit, and I lived there for 12 years. And then I moved to South Carolina.
So the
Oh.
parents must have had some money.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad, yeah, has a lot of money.
How was it for you growing up overall? Was it
It was hard.
horrible?
It was
A
hard.
nightmare, or was it just
I
good
had
and bad? And
good and bad. I had a lot of good things, like mainly power lines made my life awesome.
Good for you.
Like
right,
a lot of my best memories involved power lines.
You
driving
lucky
around.
dog.
But some of my not so good memories was basically the parents that I grew up with. My dad's kind of, I don't want to get too personal with like trauma stuff, but
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we
have
get it.
narcissistic parents, that toxic parents, and they treated me kind of bad.
Yeah.
My dad's
You have
stepmom and my older
siblings?
sister were mean. Yeah, my older sister, she was really mean to me, and my dad and my
Really?
stepmom. A lot
You
of
Oh God.
mental abuse. They told me like I was a burden in their family, and
Oh,
in that
yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's
my
pretty
mom has a
cool.
mental illness where she had nervous
Right
breakdowns.
off.
It
And,
is.
Well, it
my
is
dad
cruel
had,
to tell somebody that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you said cool. My apologies.
No, I said cruel.
Okay. All
Cool.
right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, you
You
think?
know, I
Yeah.
hope they're ashamed of themselves now, and I'm sure they are
Yep.
for treating you like that.
Yep.
So you know what? Good on them.
yeah,
Let it stick to them like ugly on an ape.
James,
yeah.
do you think your early communication skills difficulties cost you any pussy?
Oh God.
I got lucky a couple of times.
That's my man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And my biggest achievement was my wife.
Oh,
Is amazing. She's really an amazing wife.
I'd like to say
She
that
took
was
me
my wife,
Thanksgiving
but I
dinner
just
today.
divorced her about 2 months ago.
Well, good for you, James. How long have you been married?
How about me?
Um,
Goddammit.
2 years, and we've been together for over 10 now.
Oh.
Wow, there you
Hey,
go.
how about my sad shit?
She's
I
really
lived with my husband for 9 years before we got married, James.
Thank you. She's really smart.
Well, good. What does she do? Do you mind me asking?
She's a customer service rep for Verizon Wireless.
Okay.
Good for
She
you.
does really good in her job. Like she gets like her stats are like top 10. But of course her bosses treat her like shit and they don't
Yeah,
recognize
Well, that's anywhere anymore, honey.
but her metrics are like really good because she always is just really good with people. She
Yeah,
goes above and beyond. Like,
she's got those people skills.
yeah.
You know,
Are you happy in your
oh yeah.
overall in your life today? I mean, are any of us happy? I mean, we all have our
Right now, yeah, I am happy, but I wasn't happy for a while. There was a lot of times where I was depressed and really
Yeah.
struggled. But
sure.
it's been a
sure.
recent thing where I've been truly happy. It's been a really recent thing.
Good for
Because
you.
I've been really
Well,
working
great,
hard on a
great.
lot
I
of
wish
things.
you many more happy times. I hope this just continues to improve for you, sweetheart.
Thank you. A lot of it was working through the trauma that caused from my parents and just
Yes.
trauma
Do
from
you see a
struggling to fit in.
therapist or psychiatrist for that, or is it just
No.
something you're dealing with on your own?
Stuff I've researched and learned on my own.
Oh.
Good for you. Good for you.
Have you been in a mental institution yet?
No, but I did.
Tom,
I almost
Tom, knock it off.
went
You
to
said
one.
yeah.
I almost went to one when I was 6.
Yeah, I
Actually,
wish I could
5.
say I almost went to mine.
I got testing at a hospital in
I was
Boston.
locked the fuck in there.
Tom, they've locked
Yeah.
Tom's ass up several times,
Yeah.
James. That's why he's making reference to mental institutions.
I
Motherfuckers.
love following Tom's YouTubes, and I've learned a lot, and you're an inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, thanks.
They had to lock Tom up because he couldn't stop staying away from people's window.
Well, there's an interesting story about when I was younger.
There's Tom.
Yeah,
We're not
shit.
gonna call
Can I
the
use that
police.
autistic?
Well, here's an interesting story when I was younger.
I
When
said,
I-
hey, I'll bring
when I got
James as an expert witness. I'll say, hey, this fucker stares at power lines. All I was doing is looking at my neighbor change clothes.
One guy's looking off into space and the other guy's looking in the
I said,
window.
who's the crazy one here?
I have a neighbor who actually I caught with binoculars, like looking over into like our yards and stuff, like from
Yeah, if
across
we weren't
the.
900 miles away.
Oh, I
could've
do
gave you a
that
good
all the
guess.
time. I keep a pair out here on the table in the carport. Shit.
Shit, I bet you do.
I'm blind as a bat, so I gotta have binoculars.
Oh, they're changing that into a felony in most states now, which I think's crazy.
Hey, I've got birds and trees. I'm always looking at the birds, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't blame you. You can't see that good. If you got to use binoculars, it's not that good of a view.
I didn't say I had to. I said that was my story, and I was sticking to it.
You know, you go down to Chicago, where I live downtown. They're all glass, ceiling to floor, and wall to wall glass. You know, on whatever side faces, whatever. And when people move there, that's all they talk about. You ever seen anybody? They all buy binoculars. It's weird.
Well, I saw
Like a major
well, like,
thing that's
Well,
brought
I
up.
live in a bird where it's a bird sanctuary. It's
Yeah.
protected in
Yeah.
the neighborhood I live in. So we get a lot of people that come to look at the birds.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
bird watchers. My dad was
Yeah.
a bird watcher, and he had binoculars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sure. We get them at certain times of the year. They walk all around.
Yeah, bird migration season.
Right.
You
Right.
get
They
birds
do.
from like South America that fly up north, and you could see all these crazy bird species, and you check them off the list.
Yeah, it's a protected little area here. I'm in Florida, by the way, James.
Oh, I love Florida. Not
Do
really
you?
the politics, but I just love just how it's like almost surrounded by ocean. It gives me a crazy feeling when I drive way out in the state, like by Orlando, and know that I'm like surrounded by like ocean like everywhere. It's kind of a crazy
Florida's
feeling.
also like
being on an island.
swampland city.
How far have you been south in Florida?
Mile zero, Key West.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So that's the crazy feeling of being surrounded by ocean down there.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like a
Well,
world way out there.
Right. It's like I had a friend tell me when I moved to Florida in the area that I'm in. I'm in Fort Myers on the West Coast, James.
Mm-hmm.
And my girlfriend said, Dan, you said you was going to move, but you didn't say you was going to the end of the world.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, you're like
Speaking of
you're
all
literally
the
like 200
water, when I
miles
got
from
this
like
far
the-
down, it's just, I'm on it's like a peninsula.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It
always
has
gives
its
me the
pros
weirdest
and
feeling.
cons.
Yeah, I would live there again, no matter what you gave me.
Well, you
I
know,
like visiting it. That's it.
I'm stuck. I'm 68. I'm not planning on moving
Oh, right.
unless
yeah.
I win the lottery or something. Then
Yeah,
I
where
would
would you
consider it.
Where?
I'd go back to North Carolina.
Would you really?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I think I would. But then I think, why?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm from originally. But
Yeah.
there's nobody really there. Most of my family's dead. I have a couple really good friends that I've kept in touch with over the years, and I go visit when I do go visit. But then what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I do like the South still. I'm from the South. I don't know. I might not go back. I don't know, but not here. I mean, I don't hate it here. I actually like it here. I've been here for 30 some years. But maybe Georgia, South Carolina. I don't know, somewhere along the East Coast.
I love South Carolina. It's really beautiful. The only
What part of
downside
South
is you got a lot of
Carolina are
people
you
moving
in? If you don't mind me asking.
Charleston. I live near Charleston.
What, Charleston?
Okay.
Yeah, Charleston.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, it is really beautiful.
Beautiful area.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of
Traffic is bad,
history.
though.
A lot of history.
Yeah, a lot of history. I agree. Especially downtown Charleston. Man, I
Yes.
actually recently learned some of the history in downtown Charleston. I was actually amazed. I didn't even know. Like I
Yeah.
used to go down there all the time. Like I used to work over there.
They have some beautiful buildings, beautiful homes still. I mean, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
a lot of culture, good, bad, ugly, and different.
Yeah.
How about those power lines on the Fort Myers side, James? They need replacing?
Um, I don't exactly know where Fort Myers is. Is it on the east? You said it was on the west coast of the state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
It's
city is
between
it near?
Naples and Tampa.
Oh, yeah. No, there's most of the power lines over there are new.
Oh,
They
okay.
are since the hurricane.
Yeah, they're all new power lines for the most part
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
compared to
Wow.
other places. Yeah, all new.
You knew that. Wow.
Compact power lines too.
Mhm.
That don't
Mhm.
need as wide of right of ways away from trees.
Right.
No good.
Oh, we live in the
Right.
Netherlands. We have somebody from the Netherlands here.
Yeah.
We have someone from the Netherlands.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
think he's retarded.
Wow. Welcome, Netherlands.
You think he's what?
Retarded.
Tom.
Please, Tom.
Didn't you see me put him in timeout a couple times already?
Oh,
No,
you
I
did?
can't see a
Okay.
damn
No,
thing.
I
Motherfucker's
don't watch
trouble.
the full chat.
No, this motherfucker's trouble.
Okay, he's a troll then.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Punch it out, man. Can you kick him off on YouTube, or because I don't think it works the same on this stream
You
yet.
have to go. Somebody's got to go. Somebody in YouTube, a mod on here, please.
This guy's
Time
a
out.
douchebag. This guy's
What's
a
his
fucking
name?
douchebag. Erwin Nightsing. He's a douchebag.
There's got to be a mod on, surely.
Yeah. Oh, who can do it? Faye can do it. Faye, get rid of that motherfucker, will you?
Any mod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what did he say? That's nothing bad. I'm
He
glad I
says he
live.
made a nasty comment about Mark, and he said
Oh,
something
okay,
else
never
about
mind.
pussy.
Well, who cares? If it was inappropriate, it was inappropriate.
Yeah, who cares? Why are you fucking making it worse? Yeah, no,
Get rid of the douchebag.
yeah, really. That's why I did it. Yeah, he's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you for doing that. I didn't overreact, did I?
No.
Okay,
That's
shit.
because you've had a ton of gummies tonight, right? You're
Two.
cool as a
Two.
cucumber.
My tolerance is increasing.
Awesome.
When I first took one of those, I took a 5, and I thought I read an article like, if you think you're having a heart attack, don't go. Marijuana has never killed anybody. And then at 2, so I even took less than that. Shit, I took 20 tonight, ready to
Oh,
party.
bullshit.
I did
Tom.
2 10s. That's not that much.
No, it's not. No, it's not really. But I'm just going to tell you, when you get real fucked up,
Yeah.
if it really starts to get wonky, just say, it's just the gummies.
All right.
It's just the gummies.
Well, you
Anybody else ever had to do that?
Oh yeah.
Sip
I
on
have.
some Almond Brothers.
For me, it's
Open
just
it
the
to-
weed.
Yeah, you have to do that once in a while, James, right?
Yeah. It's just the weed.
It's just the weed. It's just the weed.
I got weed from 8 Mile one time. I'm not kidding. The first time I ever bought weed from a drug dealer was right off of 8 Mile, just by luck.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I had a friend who lived by 8 Mile, and there was a drug dealer by his house.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Oh yeah, it was really good weed, really good.
Well, that's great. You bang for your buck.
I was kind of proud of myself. Like,
Yeah.
go
James,
me for finding this place. It was mostly luck, though.
James, when you were trying that stuff, did you just get the good effects, or were you like super sensitive to the bad effects?
Both.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, both.
Huh.
So did you like it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
some of the good effects were definitely amazing. I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, but some of the bad effects, literally, it stopped me for good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you said like loud noises, like how about like a cricket chirping all night long?
Yeah, I can tune it out, but yeah, it's loud.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. You know, they talk about like the gate control theory of pain, people's level of pain, that kind of thing. Maybe you're like, in a sense, you're this pain expert describes it as the volumes cranked up. And
Yeah,
you have a
that's a
high
good way
volume.
to put it.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of, one of those things with autism is sound.
Oh yeah.
Everything's too loud.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
I think it's more, it's usually loud than, that's
For
why
me, it's
room
like, yeah,
full of
it's loud,
people,
but I can almost like feel the sound too and see it.
and then it kind of, it almost gives you like a buzzing,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like that electrical feeling almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
like fluorescent lights because I can hear and feel the buzz,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like distracting. It kind of makes me feel kind of disoriented.
Oh, I find it
Same with LED lights.
fascinating.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I do
LED
too.
lights.
Well, I gotta ask though, like your wife, you quit talking, and then you're looking at a transformer. Along the way of dating,
Yeah.
how was this broached early on? She recognized it, didn't care, thought
Yeah.
it was sweet.
Okay, so she knew it early on, and she liked autism. Like she thought it was a really neat thing, which is
It is.
yeah. She has a great appreciation towards autism.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're brilliant.
She used to
People
be a
just
teacher.
don't know it.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think you seem like a smart guy to me.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Sometimes I think I'm not, but I have to kind of I always kind of have to like boost myself up to kind of get me. Sometimes I think I'm kind of not smart because I do struggle with learning. So I guess
No, it's because you're just
if
you've
things don't
absorbed
interest
so
me,
much.
I
I
will not
think
be
it's
paying.
just you almost have to make room for more room for knowledge. I think
Yeah.
you're just overloaded with knowledge
Oh yeah.
and
When I try to,
the sensory part of autism.
yeah, when I
To
try to
me.
learn something that I have to learn that isn't interested, my mind just goes a mile a minute and just
Yeah.
distracts myself.
Yeah.
So you
I
you
keep,
might actually excel, like when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. You might excel with a job like that because there's a lot going on, but you might get overwhelmed too. So I'm not sure if that would be a good fit
No,
for
he
you or
doesn't
not.
like a lot of
I've worked as
interaction with people.
I've worked as a pizza deliverer for like 3 years, and that was hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see where you're coming from though. Like, I did focus well. I was the fastest dishwasher. I was like the best closer because I just fucking got those dishes done. I wanted to get them done, and fucking did it quick, and I was
Yeah.
focused on that.
I
But then
don't blame you.
I
I don't blame you.
didn't want to come back next day. And just delivering pizza to all these neighborhoods, some of them rough, was just like I take it all in. Like I take in everything, and like when I go in a rough area, it's like I feel it.
You
I
feel
feel the negative
everything.
energy.
You feel energy.
Yeah,
You
I feel
feel
the negative energy in it, and then I just
absolutely. I think I interrupted when
No.
you were explaining to Tom about how your wife and you, when you met, and how she reacted, and how you got to be a couple, ended up getting married.
Yeah.
It took work. It took a lot of,
You said she knew
yeah,
in the beginning,
yeah,
and she found it fascinating, as I do.
yeah.
Rita,
liked
And
how I
then
wasn't.
Rita hasn't been getting any in case nobody's noticed.
Well, I
And
mean, you would
then,
notice, Tom, because you're in the same boat, right?
No, not really.
honey, I don't never listen. That's not even an issue
All right.
You
in my
tell him,
life.
Rita.
James, go ahead.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My wife kind of liked how I was not so like just caught up in just the normal BS of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
She doesn't like it when people are like fake and just into like superficial things, and she liked that about me. That I'm kind of just, I guess, different and kind of, I guess, I consider myself open-minded. She liked that.
Yeah. Well,
Well, that's
congratulations.
wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. James, you
On
may
mine?
understand this a little better. Have you ever watched The Summer of 42?
No, never seen it.
Okay, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Number 42.
Yeah.
I'll
Yes,
watch
very
it.
good movie.
Yeah.
About a young man coming into a young boy coming into manhood, if you will.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it later tonight since I'm considering today my Thanksgiving.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
Eat some pumpkin pie.
Now, does
good.
your wife knows you get on these chats?
Yeah, I tell her.
You can't
Did your
possibly
wife
tell her.
cook or did y'all visit friends?
We just stayed home. My wife cooked. I helped her a little bit, but she did most of the cooking because she felt bad. I make kind of a big deal about holidays because I love the changing of seasons. I love all seasons and how they're all different. So I kind of make a big deal about holidays.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit. I tried to get Thanksgiving off like 2 weeks in advance, but I still couldn't get it off, and my wife felt bad. But the good thing,
Well,
though, I'll have a better chance of getting Christmas off.
well,
I
that's good
decorate
that
my
you
house
enjoy
with
them.
trees.
I do as well. That's what I miss here in Florida as opposed to living in North Carolina is the distinct change of the seasons.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
South
they're
Carolina,
different.
you still see a little bit of those distinct changes enough, but not as intensely as Michigan.
Right, right. And I'm from North Carolina. Same thing. Yeah, just like you've been in South Carolina. Exactly.
I feel like
Exactly. You understand.
each month, like I see a different color each month. Like December's purple, January's blue, October is orange, September is yellow, uh, August is green, July is like a
Mm,
light blue, June's like a fluorescent purple, and it actually goes like in a rainbow. It just kind of cycles through.
well,
I
that's
literally
kind of,
see it everywhere.
yeah.
It's crazy. It's intense.
Well, maybe that's where they got the rainbow from.
Maybe.
Who got
You
it?
know, it's a showing a little bit of
Halloween's
everything.
really interesting because it's like the beginning a year I see like there's a day where the sun rises and the sun sets, but I also I see like a sun, like a yearly sun where it rises in like springtime and sets in the fall. And around
Right.
Halloween is where it like hits the horizon, and it's, I guess that's why everything kind of looks fiery during Halloween, because that's when it like actually like sets and hits the horizon. You see only a
Yeah, the month
sun.
of late October, early November.
And then January it's like midnight, and then February it
Right.
starts to dawn, and then March like it's dawn but the sun's not up, and then April that's when the sun rises, and then
Right.
and the sun gets higher, and then July the sun peaks, it's at the highest point and it's like light blue, and then August it starts getting low again, and then September it's like early dusk.
Right.
I
It's
don't know,
like
that's just how I
following
feel.
our rotation around the sun. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah,
And
it's like
how
a
the
year.
sun affects us as we rotate.
And I think it affects the animals too. I think that's why like around November, like animals start hibernating, because I always when I around November, like when I see everything, everything I look at, it makes me want to just go inside and just cuddle eating
Mhm,
some
mhm.
food. It's probably
Exactly.
how Thanksgiving started, I guess, because
The
people,
fall has started. I mean, the real
yeah,
deep fall in the 1st of December.
like
Uh,
each month is just beautiful in its own unique way, its own color. It's just like when I really just focus on it's just each month. I love just appreciating its uniqueness. It makes me appreciate all the other months.
It's true. The seasons all have their different smells, their different colors,
they do.
circumstances.
Exactly.
They
I don't
do.
have a favorite time of year. I like them all equally.
Me too.
And we know they do. But I think the most of us kind of, I don't know, if you will, normal people.
Well, I wouldn't call yourself that at all, Rita.
Okay. But I'm saying
Why don't you let us
not
define it? Be fair to
non-autistic
yourself.
people. Shut up, Tom. I think like as I said, you see and feel things. Your sensory abilities are so um,
Intense.
in tune or hyper, as opposed to ours that seems to be dulled by time. I mean, like as a children, we were probably fascinated by it. But do you know what I'm saying? You being able to describe the colors of each month of the seasons, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's just absolutely beautiful.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but I know what you're thinking too.
You don't know what the hell
I
I'm
do. I'll
thinking.
say
What
it.
am I
You're getting
thinking?
up. You're getting around to that G spot shit.
Tom goes on trips all the time. I think he's kind of in touch with nature and just the seasons.
All right. Okay.
He loves photographing the snow in West Branch and
Yeah.
and
Shit, people asked me before I turned this motherfucker on tonight if I had autism. It's like, fuck no.
Now you're not so sure.
Yeah.
Are you
We're not
sure?
sure what
Right.
we're not sure what Tom has yet.
Holy shit.
No,
all
we've
I know
not
is
been
Tom's
able
really
to
good at
exactly
pushing buttons.
diagnose
Please help.
Tom,
Please help.
but we
All
know
I know
there's
is Tom's good at
something.
socializing.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let me know when you find out. I'll probably be the last to know. Although I read one time that they say if you're going crazy, you're the last to know.
This is the
I think
official.
that's hearing. No,
This,
no,
this
you're
is
right.
the official
Crazy people
panel.
don't know they're crazy.
This is the official inquiry panel into what's wrong with Tom. We're all
Exactly.
members.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
you got your
you're
work
in
cut
it
out.
now, James.
You got your work cut out for you.
This means so much to me.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
You got to help us figure it out
How
because
about this? I'll give you
damn, we've
500
tried.
bucks. I'll give you 500 bucks,
More
James.
than happy to.
Drop the fucking power line thing for a week and just look at me.
Oh, I don't think anyone.
500.
That's torture. Call the
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
also,
crazy?
look, I have, goddammit.
Call the UN.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to damage him.
When I was younger, I tried to stop being interested in power lines because I knew it was different and I felt weird. So I'd try
Yeah.
to like not be into it
Yeah.
and try to get into other things like sports and stuff. But I never got into sports and things like that. And that interest constantly I still had that burning desire to just keep being into power lines. So finally I was like, fuck it. And now
I don't blame you.
I'm
I think you
jealous.
made the right
Yeah.
decision.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
You know how many motherfuckers are out there with more money than they can ever spend that wish that fucking tripped their trigger? Here I am all these years going to peep shows, and horror houses, and dirty movie theaters, adult bookstores, strip clubs, massage parlors. And just think if I'd have been into something like power lines.
You know what I think though is as long as you're
probably
having
wouldn't have
fun,
had to
that's
go to
what
the
counts.
loony
It doesn't
bin
matter
so
what it
much.
is.
That didn't send me to Looney Bin.
If it makes you
Oh.
happy, if you're enjoying the moment, I think that's what counts.
Yep, I
I
agree.
had to
Go
tell
with the
myself
flow, Tom.
what I'm doing is weird. I'm being a nerd, but if it makes me enjoy the moment, that's what matters.
Exactly.
That's right.
This is your life.
Like Buddhist stuff.
This is your life, and if this makes you happy, why not? You're
Yeah.
not. As long
Nicole's
as you're
probably
not
the happiest
hurting
person on the
anyone,
panel.
hurting yourself, putting yourself in danger for it. What's the issue?
Exactly.
Who?
And sometimes you got to learn to ignore what society tells you what you should enjoy doing, because it's not always right.
Absolutely. If you listen to that
You gotta
bullshit,
follow your heart knows what you enjoy, and when you follow what you enjoy, it's like a beacon that of light that guides you to your best life.
I agree, James, 100%.
Hey, I got another stupid question.
Of course.
Did Forrest Gump in the movie have autism?
No, he kind of has savant, which is a little different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another stupid question. Better or worse?
That Rain Man is also savant. Same with the movie Rain Man.
Right, yeah.
I don't think Forrest Gump was a savant. I think Rain Man's savant.
Yeah, Rain Man. Yeah, he's savant.
Definitely savant.
What do you think?
But Forrest Gump was
what?
just
Forrest Gump yeah, I would say Forrest Gump has autism now that I think about it.
no, he was just slow. He just was a little slower in learning.
But he was really good at certain things.
But he was smart, but he was just slow in his everything.
Well, look at how we ran across the country twice.
Well, but he grew up running from bullies with braces on his legs because he had, I don't know, bow-legged, or I don't know what his issue was, or maybe he'd had polio, I don't know. But there was an issue with his legs, and they bullied him. That's where he learned to run.
Yeah. It's common for autistic people to have other kinds of disabilities, like physical disabilities, digestive problems. A lot of autistic people may have ADHD, or some could have bipolar, and many just have autism and that's it. But it's common.
But there can be other
kind of
things.
Too.
Yeah.
So maybe Forrest Gump had autism, but had other disabilities to coincide with it.
Right.
Could be.
Of course, it's a fictional character, but it's kind of fun to armchair diagnose. So.
It is. It is.
Yeah. I'm trying to diagnose Rita right now. Boy,
diagnose me, baby.
Yeah. Just throw something out there, James. Don't. You're not going to get.
No, you doing the diagnosis.
You will not be kicked off if you tell the truth about Rita. You think she should be annoyed. Everybody likes Rita on here, but I will say this: I think she's like a unique personality here. I mean, she's like out of like a roller derby lesbian, but ran out of alcohol. No, if you didn't know, I mean, I know you're not like that, but you're like, like.
I thought I was the godmother.
No, you're gonna kick some ass, and if you don't like it, fuck you.
That's what I said. I thought you named me the godmother.
Yeah, godmother. Yeah, that kind of. But I never saw it manifested itself in anything other than lesbians.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Okay, you tell me one you know that.
What are you talking about? Manifesting lesbians? Where the fuck did this come from?
Like kick your ass women. I haven't known any women that were not a lesbian they had that beat your ass attitude.
Well, honey, you hadn't met really any really country girls.
Yeah, that's probably true. Part of it.
You hadn't met any real holler girls.
So it has nothing to do with being a lesbian.
No, baby, we grew up rough like the men.
Oh, okay.
Just because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Damn, do I come off like a lesbian?
Well,
you're a lesbian, Rita?
Pardon me?
You're a lesbian?
Hell, I just found out.
No, but I was telling her. I've never known.
I had no fucking idea.
Dr. Tom's in the.
No, but I had no. I didn't know any women with that attitude that were straights. What I should have said.
What attitude?
I think some women are just. I think some women are just more. mm,
Aggressive?
They're just more.
You,
Just how it
you seem
is.
like the kind of person that wouldn't allow people to fuck with you. You would, you know how to stand your ground.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And I
for
think that's a
sure.
good quality.
See, everybody's
You probably
unanimous.
scare away some guys, which is probably a
Yeah,
good thing because they
yeah.
probably were bad guys anyways.
And sometimes society has that stigma that lesbian women can be that way.
I got another Hollywood guy that I guess his affliction. Remember Billy Bob Thornton
Yeah.
played
I
that guy?
love him. That's my man.
He's played that guy that.
He's fucked up though in real life.
Billy
Okay.
Bob Thornton. Yeah. But anyways, he played that. Remember that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's book.
yeah.
What was wrong with that guy?
He had been kept in a barn or a room or something because he was a bit odd after he was born, and it was way back in the times, and his daddy kept him locked up and mama kept him locked up in a outside like room, and he never had any kind of real social interaction, and he was slow or something, and he called his mother, who he really adored and hated his father. He called his mother in a compromising position with some other man, and he lost his shit and chopped everybody up.
Ooh.
And he went away to a mental institution.
Oh,
And then he got out after many years, and that's when he met the little boy and the people in the town, and he fixed lawnmowers, and he liked uh, them biscuits with mustard.
Yeah. And at the end of that movie, he ended up killing
And he
somebody
ended
at
up
the end?
killing another man that was really abusive. The family he had met, he was really abusive to the family, and he hit him with a damn sharp lawnmower blade
Well,
and killed him. And that was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, till he went back to the hospital, and the man, I don't know, some guy irritated him. I don't know. Wasn't there something else? It showed him in the movie with him talking. That man used to come up and irritate him all. Some sexual pervert that was still there, that was always talking shit to him about the sexual perversion.
yeah.
And he told him not to. He didn't want to talk to him about that anymore. And I think that was the end of the movie.
Oh, okay. That was quite a while ago.
Good movie.
Billy Bob Thornton has played so many various characters. He's such a character actor. I mean, think about all the movies that Billy Bob Thornton has played in, and he never looks the same
But
in
he's
any
a weird
movie
guy
he
to
ever.
off stage.
You were asking me about men. We were talking about men, odd-looking men or whatever. We were talking about not necessarily liking really handsome guys.
Yeah.
I find him hot. I like Billy Bob Thornton in any character he plays.
You
Ooh,
wouldn't have
watch
gave him
out,
the
you
time
guys.
fucking day.
Easy, Rita.
You wouldn't have given
Easy.
him the time of fucking day. if he-
The hell I wouldn't have. The hell I wouldn't have.
Even when he was grunting and shit.
Yeah, fucking A, because I knew it was Billy Bob under there. No, really, I do. I find him a very handsome man. And I think he's brilliant the way that he can bring characters out or make characters who they are. That's the whole point of acting, developing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I love him. Mm-hmm.
James,
Well, who's getting divorced? What's what was it? We've talked about autism. We were
Divorce.
talking about divorce, and what was the theme?
What else we talk about?
No, you promoted it.
Yeah, I was just like thinking of something at the last second. Well, we covered most of it. Oh, autism. That was our main one. You know, it's the main one we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, that was a good talk about autism. I really appreciated you let me being interested in having me share some the stuff I've learned about autism over the years.
Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm still trying to find a good book.
I'll still learn more and more stuff about it. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about a lot of stuff I learned about autism just to help others.
Oh, you want to share it with us or not?
Well, it's called InfoLove Reaching Your Potential.
Oh, I should have known.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
how's that? How long have you had that?
I for about 3 years now.
Yeah, and how's it going?
Not getting too many views, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
Well, I'll
posting
certainly
videos
stop
again.
by and take a look at it.
Yeah. Could
That'd
somebody,
be great.
if Mary was on
Do you
here?
have a link?
Yeah, it's hard to do with a phone.
Yeah.
Is Mary
Oh,
in
he's
here?
on the phone.
I
Okay.
can't do it from StreamYard. I don't know how to do it.
See, I could. Yeah. Well, all I knew is just need to see if I had it.
Well, can you just send it to Tom, and then Tom can
Yeah,
drop it for
absolutely.
us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
do
do
that then, honey.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll become a subscriber.
Yes. You got to get lucky on the subscriber thing. You know.
Oh, definitely. I would have gotten
Sure
a lot
you
more
do.
views if I did my channel earlier, like around 2020, but I kind of was late in the game.
Oh, okay.
But I got some good videos about autism and ADHD as well. I also posted some of my artwork.
Oh, I'd like to
Great.
see that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And is this?
James, my best friend for, oh goodness, 30 years is she teaches autistic children from 2nd to 5th grade.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and she's done it for like 25, no, 30. She's her 30 years in.
Oh, that's great.
And she loves it. She won't teach anything else. She don't want to do anything but that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, we need more good autists. We need more teachers like that. We need more resources, just anything to help.
And I've
bring the
met
awareness and
another
help those.
teacher through her that has Asperger's, and she taught she retired like after 35 years of teaching with
Hey, Jay.
Asperger's and autism.
Yeah.
And she's made quite a great life for herself.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have a friend who has
think this,
We lost James' voice.
he'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was posting the link on the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
It
got it.
looks
Thank
like
you.
looks
Thank
like
you.
Drifter already posted link.
Yeah, thank you.
Already posted
Oh,
link too.
great. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Fantastic.
What was I going to ask you about that? Are there a lot of like YouTube related channels to autism?
Yes, there are. Definitely are.
Gotcha. Yeah, I should have looked it up. Do you believe there's a genetic component to it?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
So do I.
I
believe it.
would say if you have autism, and have kids, you pretty much have a 90% chance that they will also have autism.
Do you think that's reasonable for a couple to do that, or it's unfair?
I think it just depends on what the couple wants. Like if they like people with autism, then yeah. Like there's a lot of autistic couples that want to have kids, and they love the fact that their kids also have autism.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Some people just love the fact that people have autism because it's, different and the good qualities. Some of it too is the parents that also have autism, they feel like they can relate to their kids too, and they can be like good parents
Oh, interesting.
and parent them.
But James, I have to ask, there are so many varying types of autism. And
Yeah.
how do you know? I mean, let's say you're both autistic or one of you are autistic. How would you know if your child will not be on a lower, I know you don't like this term, but lower spectrum of autism, especially if you both have autism? Wouldn't that increase the chance of it having severe autism, where there's no speech, where there's no, there's many aspects of it.
Yeah,
And it can be very severe.
I guess that's a gamble. That's a gamble.
Mm.
Yeah. Many of the parents that do have people that have children lower on the spectrum, they also say they wouldn't have it any other way though.
Yeah, and how about all these people?
Yeah, I guess it can be.
I mean, that was just a question. I'm not.
Still
yeah, that's great.
It's for sure.
How about all the kids that are pain in the ass that don't have it?
There you go.
Yeah.
It would seem like autistic kids would be a piece of cake to babysit.
No, not necessarily. If they see, Tom,
depends.
On the severity.
To be frank, I was a pain in the ass when babysitters. I drove a couple babysitters wall and quit.
I don't know if everybody understands it can be quite severe.
And I used to test them. I used to misbehave on purpose to test them for fun. I guess all kids do that on a certain level, though. Vividly remember. I was pretty bad in school. Like I misbehaved a lot.
What would you do
had to have a
with the babysitters?
I just misbehaved a lot. Like
purpose.
I started swearing when I was like 6, and then swore all the time as much as I swear now.
Well, hell, kids do that now.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Chris. You know Chris, don't you, James?
I just don't like the word GD. That's the only one word I don't like people using.
Goddamn.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's because you're using God's name in vain.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be smoking either.
I try to avoid that.
You're not treating your body as God's temple.
I know it comes out, but I know it comes out by accident sometimes. But I don't like to.
Hey, you're not treating your body as God's temple.
I'm not smoking.
He is.
Nope, we none of us are.
No, but you're gonna, and you will.
They say that.
Not you read it, Chris.
They say putting tattoos on your body is a temple too.
Yeah, it's desecration of the body. That's true.
Tell me exactly who is they.
The Bible, Jesus, God.
Oh, Jesus said that. It was written in the red that actually said that Jesus said that. Not these Bibles that are saying blah and blah, and there's no.
Shouldn't put tattoos on it.
No, they say Jesus said. You ain't been reading the right Bible.
You haven't. It's in there. It's desecration of the body.
You sure? You sure? Go back and show me where it said Jesus said that.
He's no desert. Well, well, first of all, either you believe the Bible was inspired by God or not.
There were writers of the Bible, and I think it is holy, and I think it is that it, from my aspect of the world in which I know it, I do believe that there was a Jesus Christ. I do believe that there is a God. I think a God is it's just the world. God is earth, or where we live, or in the universe, or in the stars. That's God. You know,
That's what
when
I
I
think too.
die, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't necessarily believe in a heaven or hell. If anything, hell is here. This is hell.
It's not like fire and brimstone 24.
No. Look at the struggles that all people have. Just like you, just like Michelle, just like me, just like Mark, just like James, just like everybody watching this chat.
So you a Christian or not?
I follow more Christian ways.
I didn't ask you what you followed. Do you identify as a Christian or not?
I do.
I didn't ask you. I asked Rita.
Oh.
I'll ask you next.
Yes.
Okay. Michelle?
But I'm not a rigid.
Yeah, well, it's either you are or you're not.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Put this on the spectrum too.
Everything is not black and white, my friend.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of
everything is not black and white.
You're not. I will agree. You're not the absolutely worst example of a Christian.
I also believe in Buddhism. I also believe in other. I mean, listen.
You're not supposed to.
I think religion was meant to help calm the masses and keep them under control. Look at all the people that have died in the name of religion since time began, and still going on. Imagine that right now.
Michelle imagines it.
I mean, is it not? I think there's one path. I think whatever here, it's like this. Let's just all get along. Let's just all be tolerant. And I know that sounds so hippy dippy, but I mean, really, all these god dang people fighting and wanting to kill each other. We only all on this spinning fucking planet.
If you really believe in
and get off this fucking money train, and I don't know what's going to happen. I think I don't know, but scientists say that we're going to be here so long, but probably after all of us, who knows? I might fly off this motherfucking tomorrow for some unknown reason, and it'll be all wrote up in the paper. She just flew off. And I went to another dimension. And when I say flew off, I meant probably died. I don't know where I'm going, or I think everybody should just try to be good people.
Well, they talk about that in the Bible, how if you receive the Holy Spirit, one of the gifts that you receive is tolerance. So I firmly believe that
I try to be tolerant, but I'm not always tolerant now. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, but that's why Jesus died for you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like when people are talking about
Jesus wanted people to get along and love each other and feed each other and take care of each other.
Homosexuals, he didn't.
Show me in the Bible where Jesus said.
I'll show you in the Old Testament and the New.
I don't. No. Okay. All right. Okay. I want you to do that where it says Jesus said.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
Jesus said it. Like I
Thank you.
don't.
I want to see it. I'm not
Okay.
saying he didn't. I'm
But,
just saying
but even
I
if he didn't,
want
if
to
it was
see it.
inspired by God, then that should be good enough.
Excuse me?
Even if he didn't say it and the Bible was inspired by the scriptures, that should be good enough. If you're a
But no, but the scriptures is supposed to be the word.
believer. It is. It's inspired by God. That it's all true.
Okay.
Either you're in or you're out.
And I know that you don't anymore believe that
No, I don't.
that's in that statement. You're making that
No,
statement,
no,
but you
no.
do not believe
No, I
that
don't.
for 1 minute.
I don't. I don't. I'm telling you what Christians are supposed to believe.
Well, okay. Well,
Right, Michelle?
I'm sorry, Michelle.
So there's something to be said about what Rita was talking about, like tolerance and whatnot. So when you reach a type of spiritual connection with God, you will receive some of those gifts and it will come naturally to you. And that's why, see, this is what happens when Tom was talking about all sin is created equal. Well, they did say that in the Bible, and I'm not going to say that that was wrong.
Not with the
But the
Catholics.
thing is all sin is equal as far as keeping your relationship strained from God so that you can receive the gifts of peace and whatever else. That's the problem. So, and sin is different, but like we're all sinners, but there is certain levels of sin that's worse than
That's
others.
Catholics, Largo.
When you
No, there's not.
Lingo.
when you
Catholics.
when you
Sin
pass
is
on,
sin is sin is sin is sin is sin.
right? So
People say that's the worst sin. People, well, show me in the Bible where it lists the worst sins.
okay, I have it. There are worse
The
sins than others,
worst
but
sins.
it's like saying,
Well,
okay,
read it to me.
I'm being lazy, but then if I murder somebody, like that's the same
Yeah, that's
thing,
a
and it's
mortal
totally
sin.
not. It's not.
Okay, I regress on that. Tom
You
brought
know,
up the point.
I
There
mean,
is
like,
mortal
yeah, being
sins.
lazy is not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. That's a sin, but that we all probably partake in at
Well, I
least
don't know.
a
You
couple.
have to mortal sin. I have to look that up.
That's Catholic stuff.
But I mean, even thinking about it, just think about it logically like this. So I mean, if someone commits a crime, you get different punishments for what crime you did. If you shoplift compared to if you
Depends on who you are, honey.
beat up somebody
It
or
depends
whatever
on who
else.
you are,
Jesus was
honey.
talking about that as a parable.
If you're Catholic, you're born with is it original sin?
Well,
The sin of
everyone has
Adam and
some,
Eve,
That's
right?
why
right.
they do the
So
baby baptism.
yeah,
Right.
everyone has original sin. So everyone's born with the original sin of fear of death. That's what the original sin is the fear of death.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
That's a
original
sin. Like if you're
sin
scared of
is the
dying,
fear
Rita, I
of
want you to,
death.
Rita, when people, next person asks you if you're Christian, just say no, please.
Okay, Tom, I will do that.
God damn it.
no, Rita, don't do that. You can say,
No, I just said I
oh,
will
knock it
do
off.
that. I will do that. Because obviously, I'm not. So I'm not.
Well,
I was just
I'm
asking a
not
fucking
saying that.
question, I thought.
No, but do this for me. Just get a GoPro, put it on your hat, walk in and talk to a preacher, parish priest, any religious man of the cloth, and lay this on them and just keep the camera rolling. I want to get a reaction video. Just tell them that you've identified yourself as a Christian for 68 years, but you wanted to let them know about this.
You're an ass.
Why the fuck not, man? I mean, if the guy
Yeah.
doesn't stroke out in front of you It'll be a fucking a million view video.
Well, Rita, have you ever actually talked to a priest or
No,
No,
anything
that
like a
motherfucker
church?
called 911.
no. I've talked to many ministers.
Oh, ministers? Okay.
I'm not Catholic.
Yeah. That's why you
Okay.
don't know shit about mortal sin. Two kinds. Don't feel bad. Excused, accepted.
Okay.
You know what? It's kind of like this. So think about it kind of like this. So let's say you have a friendship or something and somebody does something to you. I mean, there's different levels on how pissed off you're going to be at that person depending on what they did. Like how forgivable is certain things. I mean,
Hmm.
You'll
if
still get into
it's some,
heaven. With the mortal sin, you're going to be about a year in purgatory.
well, no, well, what I mean is
Boy,
like when
bull
when
fucking
when we're
shit.
talking about sinning, right?
Fuck
And
purgatory.
this is the truth. This is the
Sentenced
truth.
to a year in purgatory.
When you're in when you're in okay, so when you're
What the
sinning,
fuck is it? Listen, the Bible also says when the dead don't know, the dead don't see.
Yeah, but it's a spirit.
yeah, no, it's when you sin that much that your Holy Spirit's just horrible. Like
Yeah,
it's in a
terrible.
really bad space. But that's from a lot of sinning. That's from constantly
Okay.
sinning,
All right. I'm
constantly not
following
trying.
you. I'm following you. Keep going.
So if you can at least try to, repent and just try to do better, your
Mm-hmm.
relationship with God will be better and your life
Uh-huh.
will be overall better.
Understood.
Not saying that you should go and feel ashamed if you had a bad day and freaking, your laundry or something. You know what I mean? But like
But you're
if
in
you
purgatory for that.
I mean, you can. I mean, I can't tell you like where you're gonna go and what you're gonna do what for, but I mean, it does. It all adds up.
Purgatory's for you're cleansing the lesser sins.
Well, if you can, they always say in the Bible, if you repent for your sins, so if you
Absolutely,
repent
I know that.
and ask for forgiveness, you will get that forgiveness. He
I
will
understand
give that to
that.
you. Yeah.
Well, we just don't quite. I just never done it quite like that because I'm not. We have, anyway.
Like when you're feeling like if you're feeling extremely, anxious and stressed for really no reason, it's probably, due to your sinning, whatever sin that you did or done or whatever else. And we've all done them. Like we've
So
all,
when I get anxious, it's because I've sinned.
yeah, a lot of it's probably because you have some sinning that you've been doing and it's been more than usual. So, and I can't tell you what you do on a daily
Did
basis.
I say I was anxious?
Yeah, you did, but that sinning wouldn't make you more anxious. I mean, what are you saying? She's guilty.
Rita, please don't drive anywhere tonight.
You are so wrong.
All right.
No,
Kevin,
can we change the subject?
Yeah.
I'm up here being vilified because I'm sinning. I'm feeling anxious.
She's not vilifying. She didn't give a fuck.
What the fuck?
She's
How
trying to
did we
straighten
get
it.
here?
She's trying to tell you what the Bible says.
Oh, okay. I got lost.
No, but
no, it's okay.
she's Catholic.
I'm not
But I mean,
Catholic.
No, I'm talking about
What
Michelle, stupid.
but I mean,
We asked for
Christianity is
forgiveness
Christianity.
in the Moravian and Lutheran and Baptist and whatever. We asked for forgiveness. So what are you talking about? If I
She's talking
feel
about
some kind of way that my
it's a great
spirit's
idea.
not clear, I just meditate and pray
Yeah,
to whoever.
but there's change, man. I mean, the Catholics are about ready to let the gays have communion.
Yeah, see, y'all, but you Catholics are bombarding me.
No, but the Catholic, I mean, I like the idea from like a philosophical
Like
argument.
whatever you like.
Purgatory. It's great. Cleans you up
I
and you
love
get
it
in.
for you.
Thank you.
Right. So you go through this. So sometimes going through suffering
It's
is
not
actually,
biblical, though. I'll give you that, too. It's not in the Bible.
but I mean, as far
The
as
source of suffering is attachment. Period.
Yeah, but that's that Buddhism bullshit.
Why
But
I
I think
said
Just
if
gain
you
100
just,
fucking pounds and get high. That's
I
your
think it,
religion.
oh
I
Tom, you
All
need
right,
to eat
all
20
right,
more fucking
75.
gummies and open
All
your
right, hey,
mind, man.
75. 75. It didn't mean to insult you.
Are you experienced?
Yeah.
Tom's God is someone else. It's not
Yeah.
the Tom
I
worships
got
another
spirits.
type
I got
of
spirits.
yeah.
I'll tell you, I
Mm-mm-mm.
never thought, hey, Jeannie, I'm jealous as hell of this power line shit.
I got a Bible question.
Yeah,
In Sodom and Gomorrah,
yeah, it's Old Testament, so it really
in the
doesn't
Old
apply to the
Testament,
Christians.
Let's ask Tom.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead,
go.
ask me. I'll know it.
it speaks of man knowing other men. That when they refer in the Bible of man knowing another man, that means he's doing them, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, in Sodom and Gomorrah, they phrase it that way. And later on in Acts in the New Testament, it's re-referenced as man laying with man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the Sodom and Gomorrah is a clear story. There's a lot of butt fucking going on.
Yeah, that's what I gathered.
So
I
they
read
cover
it.
themselves both ways.
Is it in red and does it say Jesus said?
No, but I mean, these are all, they don't even really know who
Does
wrote
it
these.
say that?
So you don't believe the Bible?
I do believe the Bible. I don't believe in these new versions of the Bible.
Which one you talking about now? Now, Cat,
Honey, I
Michelle's,
don't have my Bibles
no.
out and I'm a bit buzzed.
I bet I know which one you have. You had the NIV. I bet you got the NIV, and
I got multiple.
Or the
you might
King
have
James.
you've probably got a King James version. Yeah,
I've got multiple.
Michelle's got her own special edition Catholic.
I got
No, I've
that
got
I'm spiritually gifted.
them on all numerous religions.
Yeah, but the Bible talks about that.
I have everything you wanted to know.
Right.
Everything you wanted to know about the Bible, but we're
Does
afraid to ask.
does the Bible mention anything about? I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Mark,
Yeah.
you jumped a
I'm
number of
sorry,
years.
Mark. I didn't mean to cut
Mark
you
was
off.
raised Catholic.
I was
Okay.
Catholic at one point, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no longer. It's just not my beliefs. I can't be a part of that.
Mark's got too many gay friends to be Catholic.
At
That's
least
right.
Here we go, Mark. Get
All the
ready.
guys down at the bathhouse.
Bimbo,
What would they think? Bimbo?
the other one that's switching back to a man.
Yeah, but she said she claimed that she found God. So
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't want to turn that into, one of my chats, so I just shut up about it, but I wanted to bring that up.
I would really like to talk with
I would too.
about that, about the whole experience.
Yeah, I would too.
Who are you talking about now?
We're talking about that one transgender that Bimbo was friends with, found God and is going back to being a man.
Oh.
Man's life, man's theory, whatever the fuck they call it now.
Rosie O'Reilly, I think.
Yeah, Rosie O'Reilly. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Who is it? Is it O'Reilly or O'Kelly?
O'Reilly.
Okay.
Well, I think.
Oh, it might be O'Kelly,
Try
actually.
both. I don't know. See what you get.
It is O'Kelly.
You know who's really good with the Bible? I'm not sure if he's on tonight, but if Bo Cox on, he knows a lot about that stuff too.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about it a lot, but
Well, we know this. There's enough religions out there. Someone's full of shit.
No kidding.
I know who Mark thinks is.
Elvis Presley used to wear a Star of David and a cross around his neck at the same time because he said he didn't want to get locked out of heaven on a technicality.
There you
You
go.
can you can bullshit your way
See,
out of a
that's
Star
what
of
I'm
David.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It doesn't make sense, Brooke. It doesn't make sense, Brooke. The Star of David. By the way, the Star of David isn't referenced anywhere in the New Testament. It's all Old Testament.
Yeah,
I can't. Okay, so
that
Okay.
makes sense.
Well,
Not mentioned anywhere.
Why would it be though?
Why would it be?
Yeah.
Well, if you looked at the Old Testament and they mentioned all that kind of stuff, and if you look at the representation of how the Jews interpret the Star of David, you would have thought
what kind of stuff? They mentioned what kind of
they
stuff?
didn't have to acknowledge him. It's a symbol of God and the unity of mankind to Jews. But it's weird because I call people out on this. Actually, across from Anthony's house is two gay guys, and they had all the Christmas stuff and the Star of David. It's like, what? So we were drinking. Of course, I had to ask. I don't like him anyway. I said, why is that Star of David up there? He said, well, it's the holidays. And so, yeah, I know it's the holidays, but what's your interpretation of that? He didn't know. I haven't run into anybody yet with the Star of David and a Christmas decoration that really knew what it meant. But
Right.
yet they identified as Christians.
so
Weird.
By the way, do you know how you make a gay guy scream twice loud?
No, I'd like to know.
Screw him in the rear really hard,
Okay.
and then wipe yourself off on his drapery.
Oh God, come on.
Anybody that's gay, we're apologizing for Mark. His mushrooms.
We just had technical
bag today.
difficulties. We had a
Sorry
troll
about
come
that.
in and take over the chat.
Mark, I didn't know you had a ventriloquist there.
Yeah, it's Tourette's.
Yeah, Tourette's too.
It's a type of Tourette's that I have.
I had a buddy of mine, his best man in his wedding, and he had a sister that had Tourette's. And she was sitting, and they're already, we're debating, should we chain her to the fucking bike rack out front or, give her an extra 4 pills and hope she shuts the fuck up during the service. So they went with the pill thing, and she was sitting on the front thing, and he was about 5 minutes into marrying them. And she went right up to the fucking preacher, like pushed them apart, inch from his face, said, "You're a stupid fucker." Right in the middle of a wedding.
Wow.
I was standing there. God, priceless. That's when I considered my religion really seriously for a moment. And I thought, if this shit's going to happen, this is going to be fun.
the thing is everybody has to live with whatever sins that they do in life, and there's also the
No problem
thing.
here. No,
no,
Mark
but
and I don't give a fuck.
But here's the thing.
We're
Right?
chasing our
What's the
happiness.
thing? Dear, let her tell her thing.
So there's virtues, and there's virtues, and like the sin and then the virtues, right? So like if you're greedy, you should do more charity, right? Charity work.
Cherries.
What's
You
that?
should do charity work whether you're greedy or not. Shouldn't you
But especially
all
if
the
you,
time?
if you are
Can
greedy.
she finish?
There's a thing called balance. So like let's say one of your bad sins or traits is something, there's always something to like off put it that you can do to make it right. So I mean, there's never this like major sin, I believe, that you just can't make right. And that's the whole thing with Jesus is like if you are truly sorry about whatever, whatever the case may be, and you ask for forgiveness and repent and really mean it, like that's what they're supposed to give you is forgiveness. And that's what a lot of people don't understand either. And that's why people are confused and people are like, well, why does this person get away with the, like, why isn't this person dead by now or whatever else if the Bible is true on some of the judgments?
Yeah, read a translation. I don't give a fuck what religion you are. You're never going to heaven.
You know what, Tom? I'll keep
Give
it
it to him,
warm
Rita.
for you.
Give it to him.
I'll give it warm for you when you get there.
All right.
You get my drift?
Yeah, do it. Yeah. You're going to be just
Maybe-
like, we're about the same age. You're going to be just like Mark and me.
Yep.
Maybe we have just as much fun when we're there as we had getting there.
I'll leave a spot for you too, Mark. And if y'all get there before me, save me one.
We're going to be in the same boat. We'd love to be able to communicate with you in some fictitious way where they published a giant book about it. But we got to say no.
Oh God!
Hopefully, worms
Ooh,
aren't crawling through both sides of our
well,
skull by then.
at that point, we would have already had a hell of a ride. We'll just start a new chapter.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We'll take over the fucking joint.
Yeah, that's right. I think when you get that far down the little circle of life, it's over.
Oh God!
You don't believe that crazy shit? Please say no, Michelle. Do you or not?
Do I believe what?
What do you the afterlife?
I mean, I believe that there is an afterlife, but
Okay, you think you're getting there or not? You got to
Oh,
be in
no.
purgatory for like fucking 20 years.
Yeah, she's
Shut up.
still gonna be. We gonna be out there woo-hooing, and she's gonna be in
She's
purgatory.
going to get an award for it for the length of time she was.
Shut up! I hate you. So
See, that's
I got
30
reservations for the best place in heaven.
Where's that?
Anywhere where there's a drum kit and a piano.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's where you'll be, doll.
Yeah.
when you get there,
There's no evidence,
gonna
of
be in
course. That's
purgatory
why it's
forever.
faith.
Well, you gotta go through all that purgatory stuff first, but then
Yeah,
you'll
I like the
eventually
idea of
get there.
purgatory. I mean, if you're gonna just look at it from like a practical sense, I like purgatory.
Well,
If I was Christian, I would hope that it'd be true because you
You-
get cleaned up.
No pressure.
No, you got about a week. It's all good. This
Well,
is
but-
getting you to heaven.
Well, it's like a
Yeah.
cleansing of
Yeah.
this life to the next.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
a
not
period
sure.
of time. Like
Yeah,
say
I'm
you
not
get
sure
kind of cleaned up.
I'm
Do
not
you
sure.
feel-
where
Nobody's
it's
No,
going.
expecting much of you because
I
you've
think-
already screwed up in the first place. That's why you're there.
I-
So you can just sort of cruise
You
through.
kind of get a second chance.
I feel like
You
when-
Catholics can lose your salvation too. The
w-
Baptists don't.
well,
Nope,
with
baby. That's what I'm saying.
What's a big
I was
difference?
once saved, and I'll always be
No,
saved.
that's it. Once saved, always saved. That's it. Baptist.
Well, the thing is like towards the end of
I'll have
someone's
to be forgiven, but once.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
the
that
Baptist
that-
talking.
you know like how people end up dying, right? And a lot of people who experience like their end of life, it's some people it's just not pretty, right? You know, like some people it's horrific.
Yeah, there can be ghastly death. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
But I think in a way with people that going through that is kind of cleansing yourself to get to heaven.
Perhaps that's an idea.
And I don't know for sure because obviously I don't go to, it's not like I know that for a fact.
But
But I
I've
think,
known people that have had ghastly deaths that were not particularly bad people.
oh, sure. I mean, like nobody's
Well,
technically.
that's a good question. I've thought of that sometimes. Say a guy is a Catholic and
Okay.
you go to a whore house and you snort a bunch of cocaine, you fuck a bunch of whores in the ass, get drunk, and get killed in the head on without being able to ask for forgiveness first. Is he covered?
That's what
No.
I want to know.
So you'll find this a lot when people are on their deathbeds and stuff. You'll
No,
find,
we're
like,
talking about a guy that just left a whorehouse doing cocaine
What
and
did he do
was
before?
drunk.
Was he
And
a stand-up citizen and a church goer?
Yeah, a Catholic.
Oh, okay.
But,
So
but
yeah,
here's the
covered.
but
deal.
he never
Here's the
has. That wasn't a sin, and he didn't get ask forgiveness
No,
before he died.
He'd never got a chance to ask for forgiveness. That's right.
see, now that causes a problem because I was always
I think it does too. In theory, it should.
yeah, because that might mean something bad for him.
Now, the Baptist doesn't give a fuck.
Right. baby.
Right, right.
Mm-mm.
Which is why
I took
many of their male
I'm not
figures
saying that
always keep
we
talking
don't ever pray and ask for forgiveness on a daily basis. I mean, being raised as a Catholic, I'm not saying. I mean, a Baptist. I'm not.
So,
I'm just saying,
my
just
question here.
because it was one and done doesn't mean that we can just go out here and rip and tear and sin and do all these
So
bad
being part
things.
of
We still have to ask, still pray every day and ask to be a better person than you were.
So,
You
as
know,
far as when I was in the Baptist church, I did like about a year going every Sunday and learning about
What a
Baptists. So
okay,
here's the thing.
what?
Here,
Okay, go ahead, darling. Go
She
ahead.
here's
tried
the
to get her virginity back.
this is the major no, this is the major difference here is with the Baptists, they're very strict.
Oh,
So they if they found out that a Baptist person was in a strip club, freaking downing,
No, that's not going to cost. The big thing is though, that's not going to cost him his salvation. A Baptist minister, it's
I
not.
don't know where you went, and I don't know what part of the country you went. And I'm sure there are places like that in some of these little
No,
towns somewhere in the
you
South that
no,
but baby,
no,
go to Atlanta,
no.
and Atlanta is in Georgia. Go to Louisiana. There are big time strip joints in Atlanta, and nobody would blink an eye.
I took some theology classes, and you know and there was a priest talking, and the priest told us that if we come across a car accident and there's a person dying in that car, that we should baptize that person.
But is everybody able to baptize another person?
Yes,
Anybody?
yeah. It's
Yep.
symbolic.
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
that's
The
why
only
when you
problem you'd
see
have had as a Catholic is there was no water around, and they want full immersion.
the thing is too is when you
well,
see
aren't emergencies kind of
That's not what she told us, or he or she. I was a
Sprinkle.
she, a nun. She told us that we could do the thumb on
Yeah,
the
she was right.
forehead.
It's true.
Cross.
Oh, interesting.
that's what I was wondering.
No, you could do
Yeah,
it.
in an emergency case,
here,
wouldn't you
Yeah,
just make the sign of the cross?
yeah. Well, that's just
well
like stillborns and
Well,
stuff. It's the age of accountability. They get a free pass.
now,
Right.
see, I would do
yeah.
that if I ran across, and I'm not Catholic, but if I run across somebody dying and I stopped at an accident, I would try to console that person or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Comfort them or till somebody else come along. And if I uh, truly saw that they were dying, I'd make the sign of the cross on them
So you're
or
selling out.
over them
Selling
even if I
out.
didn't touch them.
That's just like death, red repentance, which I never believed in. You're selling out then.
What do you mean I'm
You're not
selling
getting
it?
off. If you think you're just going to do all this and forgive all this and they're putting up this bullshit and you're just going to like bless somebody at the end, it's going to mean a fuck. You may still not get into heaven.
I'm
Well,
not talking about
No, but
me,
I mean,
hon.
no, but it's like you're not both feet in enough to consider that an act that's legitimately worthy. You're like on the fence about half this shit.
So, but
It'd be like
anyway,
me blessing somebody, and two fucking copies of Deep Throat fell out of my satchel.
Oh God.
They say, "Look at this fucking scumbag. He just
but
blessed that boy."
how would my giving comfort to a dying
Because
or
you're doing a symbolism of something that you're iffy on.
what does it matter to that
In other words,
person?
a bad example.
Okay, I
Right.
was going to say,
No, you
how
got to.
how would my kindness to a dying person by making the sign of the cross, which
You're
is
fine,
You're
Rita.
a
Don't
bad
listen to
representative.
him.
probably of a Christian or of some
Yeah,
sort or know
yeah,
something.
that's my point. This is my point.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't. I'm just saying that would be, it's still comfort. Whether I made a fucking satanic cross on his head or
That
whatever.
would make more sense.
I'm just talking about
It
kindness.
would make more sense. The Satanic Cross.
That's
Tom's
what
the
I
leader of that.
said.
Shut
They
up,
actually have
Michelle.
they have a satanic shirt or church here. They do. They actually have
Yeah, if you want to feel better, I think I'd probably go for his wallet.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
You
You'd
know
go
what I
for
do
his
though to ease my
wallet
conscience?
to
You
give
know what I do to
to
ease? This is what I do.
somebody, to the emergency
This is
people.
what I
And so,
do. This is what I do
fuck
to ease my
you.
conscience. I'd take half the cash that was in his wallet and I'd
You're
send
so
it to
full
Mark
of shit.
for a
You
down
really
payment on a new
did
piano.
take 20
Hold on,
gummies,
I want
didn't
to hear
you?
what Tom has to say.
well in
You
the
take half
in
the
the
cash and
Catholic
do what?
Send it to you for a
you're
down
gonna like
payment
this.
on a new piano.
You're gonna like this. So in the Catholic
Mark,
or
he's so
Christian
full of shit.
the they say that Satan and whatnot uses women because women are the weaker
Oh
sex
fuck
for
yeah.
men.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's why they always say that like women are like not the best examples because we're quote unquote
They're
the
fucking
weaker
not.
sex and we sin
Well,
more.
you know what? Go ahead, darling.
Oh
Telling
no,
the
I'm
Go
just
fucking
ahead,
truth.
darling.
I'm just saying like
Telling the truth.
that's what they say. They say that like like creeps in from through women mostly. Not that
Right
women
on.
are that not all women and
Even
not
Paul got in the women's ass in the Bible. He said they talked too much and didn't want him there. See, he did.
He did, Tom. By God, you right.
But you know what? The scholars say that was misinterpreted.
Of course they did.
But the thing is
The
too is
scholars.
men are also supposed to stick up and protect women too, knowing that they're the weaker sex, knowing this, men are supposed to be men and um basically cover for women because they just know that that's just how it is.
That's how they want it deep down too. I wish you fucking women quit bullshitting each other, dating these bisexuals and shit. You get guys. Mark and I didn't do that shit, did we? But
No.
we both took on sisters.
The hell are you talking?
That's as man
Oh,
as you
yes.
can get.
Oh, yes. I understood perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't make any bones about this bullshit. You know, we weren't like thinking about hitting our buddy up in a pup tent. You're looking at two fucking alpha males right here. Yeah,
No
real men.
doubt.
Real men.
I don't doubt it. Oh, and but I'm over here a lesbian. I just found out. So, am I in the girls group or the men's group, or am I somewhere in the middle?
I said that I'd never met a woman with your personality that wasn't a lesbian. It's a big difference.
No, you know what it is, Tom? I grew up, I was coming of age in the 70s.
Okay.
And this was when women started getting rights. Do you know until 1974, a woman couldn't own a credit card
The good old
unless
days.
it
Hey, Mark.
signed
The
by
good old
her
days.
husband or father. You know,
Yeah.
we
wish it
couldn't
was
get
still
a
that way.
loan.
wish
We
it was
couldn't.
still that way.
It still kind of is.
Yeah, but I mean more so. I mean really like that. You couldn't fucking get one.
Take the vote back, you mean?
You couldn't put your Botox on it then. And your fucking tit implants. And your
Well,
$200
Tom, that's
an
what
ounce
I'm saying. That I
perfume.
grew up in a time that was different than
Take
now.
me back. Yeah. The good old days. Mark and I
Yeah,
talked about it.
absolutely the good old days. But
I grew
where
up in the
women were
70s.
coming into their own, and we were starting to get more rights,
Yeah,
and we were
downhill ever
started
since.
being acknowledged as human beings
Yeah.
and our worth, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, we're still screwing
And
you, and now you work 60 hours.
I don't work 60 hours. I don't work a goddamn hour that I don't want to.
You did, though.
I'm retired,
You did,
baby.
though.
Well, so did you.
We're screwing you and you're working.
And so did you. And so
But
did
that's-
everybody
but-
else.
But the thing is
Mark,
it's-
didn't you do yours?
Oh yeah, I put in my
Be
time.
careful what you ask for, is my point.
What are you talking about?
Before you just sat home, we screwed you. Now you're working too.
Oh, God, Tom. Yeah, that's what I said.
Michelle,
That's what I said. That's what I said.
deep down, you know what that means. You guys know you'd still like chivalry is not dead. You like a man to be like a real man.
Well, absolutely,
Oh,
I
yeah?
do.
You know, not
I
like
totally expect a man
There would be less
to
there would
treat
be
me
less
like a
women who are quote unquote lesbians or personality lesbians if there were more men out there.
yeah, Jabo hit the nail on the head. Yeah, we do want to fuck you. It's true. And Jabo hit the nail right on the head, Mark. You're gonna love this one, just for a little while.
There you go.
Just for a
Well,
little while.
that doesn't always work.
Just for a little while, and I'll catch you later on the flip. Now get the fuck out.
1 minute, I'm done. Thanks.
Yeah,
But I still want you to open my door, and you know,
I'm not saying
such as
I'm not saying that's like the ultimate, definition of a man, but just like the old days guys, army men instead of gender.
well, you don't treat women like an adversary, as opposed to
I don't at the beginning.
you know what
2
I'm
years,
saying.
I'd say.
Women like men that are treat them like women. Not that women can't
I
be
promise to treat anybody like royalty for about the first 6 months.
a strong, aggressive woman like me.
That's
How
why
do
we need a
women?
Rita to put some people in shock.
I'd be shooting you fucking 12-ounce bottles of fucking estrogen in the morning. You're not beating me arm wrestling.
What?
Yeah.
They
made a Rita for a reason, okay?
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not knocking it. I like Rita. I'm just saying that, it's like roller derby shit.
You love me to death, and you know it.
Yeah, but it's like,
Roller
it's
derby.
like stick up, like who said earlier, was it Infilov that, that he doesn't think that Rita's a personality that would take any shit from anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
honey, I
isn't-
did that too.
No, and it isn't because you come across as, June Lockhart.
Oh, no, I'm devastated.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe it's used to protect yourself from bad guys, maybe that's a good thing.
God, I gotta really soften up.
Yeah. It could be.
Well, it's just like at my
Biological
age,
mechanism.
I don't give a fuck.
About what?
Anything much.
Yeah, the edges get dulled off at the end.
Yeah, I've always known that. I'm a kind of a aggressive personality, I guess. I'm just a person that says what I think.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Tom, does that mean you don't find me feminine?
No. Well, I wouldn't say you're the most feminine. Let's ask Mark.
But you'd love it.
Let's ask Mark.
Well,
it's a spectrum, right, Mark?
My buddy was in the Army, and he was in boot camp in Cornwallis. And he was sitting beside some girl. They intermingled them with the girls one time for them to eat. And one of the guys asked one of the girls, with all the tattoos she had on her, if possibly that was not being very feminine. Well, the girl proceeded to beat the shit out of the guy and saying, "Do you find this feminine? Do you find this feminine?" as she laid into him.
Wow.
Damn.
My sister was like that. Kind of like Rita.
Well, maybe there was a reason for her to be made
tolerate bullshit.
No, right. I know. but you come across that way is the point.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but like, let's compare you against Michelle.
Well, Michelle's younger than I
Tom.
am. She hasn't been through enough bullshit.
Even if you were her age, there'd be a noticeable difference, I bet you. Nothing wrong with either one.
Well, let me ask you, not on looks. You've never seen either one of us.
Yeah, I have.
No, Tom, bear with me. We're pretending.
Oh, pretending. All right. Told you I had
Mark,
that.
this is for you as well.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I can't remember.
That's all right. That's okay. That's Chris.
Yeah.
See if you got any, how old the eggs are on your refrigerator.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe.
Now I forgot.
This is for me.
I lost my train of thought.
Well, you know what, Tom? You're not wrong, okay? Because we can also say that for men.
Personality wise,
we all
which
know men
one
who are-
would be
act like real
your?
men, and then men who don't.
That was my question.
To who?
That's what I'm asking. Between us,
Between me and you?
no, you and Mark, of just Michelle's and my personalities.
Yeah.
If we were, I don't know it. Which one would you be more interested in?
Oh, that's putting us on the spot, Mark.
Wow, yeah.
Mark's looking for the emergency high potent
Exit.
marijuana right now.
I don't feel so good. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, I digress.
Well, that's a loaded question.
No.
It is.
Yeah.
That's kind of putting people on the spot.
How about we just?
Okay,
how
what
about
do
we
you
just give our
like
opinion on which
about
one- hey,
both of our?
How about we just put our heads together and try and come up with who gives the best head?
What would you say is? What do you like about both of the personalities?
Oh, that's
Oh,
easy.
Mark, you ever been put on the spot like this?
No, this isn't so bad.
That
Tom.
shouldn't be a hard question.
This is your good opportunity to say something nice about them both. Or we could
Aw,
say
Mark.
Well,
Michelle.
you better go first then.
Now, don't make up shit.
I'm
Come
not
on,
going
man.
to. I'm not going to. I'll start with Michelle. Michelle's
Good head.
outgoing and really nice and pleasant to talk to, and I enjoy her company. Same with you, Rita. And I like that you're speak up for yourself and that you like to speak up for the underdog at times. I noticed too.
Yeah, which one do you jack off thinking about in the shower?
No, Tom, that wasn't you. We
Easy,
haven't
Tom.
finished this.
You can't
That
say
wasn't
having
the
a gun, you do.
question. That wasn't the question, you pervert.
Right. Well, I can give my answer now if you don't mind.
Tom's so dirty.
Oh, he's just
No,
a perv.
Go ahead, Mark. I hate to put you-
Mark's already answered.
No, he didn't.
I submitted my two answers. Hey, get
No,
over
you didn't. You didn't answer my question.
No, but you don't get to
I can
answer a
answer that
question until you ask a question until you
I
answer
asked
the
the fucking
question.
question.
No,
I
you
asked him.
didn't.
Who he's thinking about? Jacking off in the shower, Rita or Michelle?
I don't jack off in the
That's
shower.
not a correct answer. Beep. Answer not accepted.
Okay. You got me.
Well, Mark, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Aw.
Yeah. She's going to pretend it's her the rest of the night.
Her who? Oh, Mark.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're entertaining Tom. Now we're just feeding it.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Somebody come up and help us.
Yeah.
Rescue me.
How come none of these other people? J-Bone, Frisky, you've been up before.
I don't know.
I think you don't
Come
have to
on,
show your
because I'm
face.
fixing to jump off.
Yeah, you don't have to show your face. Michelle,
You see what I'm doing? I got a picture. Michelle, that's her picture. You know, if you don't want to just talk, I
yeah,
mean,
talk, yeah, right.
damn, don't you get tired of the same old same? I'd like to hear somebody else's
Which-
voice
I
and
think
at
people are
least put a
just,
voice.
well, I'm sure there's an amount of stalkers that they know if we heard their voice, either we'd recognize it or they were using a fake name. And then other people that we know are legitimate that leave comments saying, I guess they just don't do stuff like that.
Well, yes, I know,
I-
but I just wish they would. I mean,
I wish they would too. I just think it's a certain type personality. That some people would rather listen and other people would.
well, it's true. Everybody has their druthers.
I just think it's a better, experience when we can see each other and you don't need to type.
Right, exactly. It's so much easier.
So much easier. Yeah, I think so too. JMO, you're certainly welcome to come out. J-Bo probably never will. She's kind of shy. I think in the old days, Dolly was up. Faye's been up before. Frisky's been up before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people I think would rather type. And honestly, if you're on a phone, I'd rather be on my. I'd rather not
More
be.
women come up than men. Some of you men need
What's
to.
her name? Skyball Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good to have on.
Yes, she is. She is. Melissa. She's
And
very.
I think a lot of people too probably got to work.
Oh yeah. Everybody's got. Some
I
people's
mean,
got
you
kids.
think back, especially the people that are on here now. We're on this. Everybody knows how much we're on it. You wonder what in the hell you'd do without it now. What was I doing?
Exactly.
And like,
What was I doing before?
All this spare time I would have.
What was I doing before?
it kills your spare time.
It does. It
No,
eats
you'll
it
be-
right up.
Yeah, you'd be like behind on laundry and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, it can take you away.
Yeah,
It can. It really can.
I'm still glad.
Internet addiction is a real thing.
I'm still glad it's around though.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, I don't think you can get a straight answer on just how much this damaged real TV. Because you can go on any subject, things that interest you, lectures, way better than why do you think Forensic Files has shown the same episode like 1,000 times? You really can't justify the cost because you're losing audience, and all these shows are like reruns up the yin yang. ESPN laid off all their people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just changed a lot,
It's the way of the world, my friend. The way of the world.
I bought a TV a week and a half ago. I hung it on the wall, but I still haven't watched it. It's only been on YouTube. That's it.
Oh, you got a smart TV, huh? Do you use it that much?
Well, it's in the new living room, dining room area, and we kind of needed something in there to relax on the couch. So yeah, I know I don't use it. I use
But
it.
I mean, will you use it for YouTube?
Yeah, I have been using it for
you have been
YouTube
using it.
so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll watch movies on it eventually. I don't watch much TV.
I don't either.
Watch any.
I don't either.
I shouldn't say I don't watch any, but not much.
It's
I don't
usually
watch
news.
much.
It's not worth.
I don't watch it
$200
nearly like I used to.
It's not worth $200 a month.
I keep it around because my husband,
Yeah.
he comes home at night and he likes to have his channels and, his interests. So, hey.
I don't know where to start. There's like 250 channels there. When I left TV about 15 years ago, there was maybe 50, 60.
Yeah, but most of the channels aren't worth shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we got like 380 channels, and I'm still watching.
And none of them are worth a fuck. Maybe you might get 3, 4, 5 tops.
Yeah. No, I don't like it. For some reason, I don't like watching shit taped. It's weird. I mean, I'll watch.
So, did Michigan win?
Yeah.
Well, you sound disappointed.
Yeah, I can't stand that Harbaugh. They're
Oh.
finally catching up with him with some of his bullshit. Caught him sign stealing and all sorts of shit. He's a scumbag, I think.
Oh,
He's the coach in Michigan.
Yeah. Cheater. I wouldn't want a damn trophy if I cheated to get it. Wouldn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
No. College football's huge.
yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
It's been for a long time.
Yeah.
It's more popular, I think, than the NFL. I mean, the NFL.
Yeah. NBA's been doing a little shaky.
Oh,
Yeah. You read different schools of thought on that. Some places they've been declining and other places shows increases. So in the old days, you'd read those surveys and they were pretty good. They were the ones that were sold to executives and then they'd publish them to the public. But I don't know what to believe anymore.
dang.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't follow it that closely, but
Yeah.
certain things I
I
kind of
don't even
keep
watch
an eye out
NBA
for.
games anymore. I don't even really hardly watch these NFL games that much.
We just had our CFL championship. I barely know who won.
Yeah.
It's not that popular over there.
Well, it is if you're a fan.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you don't really hear too much about it.
Uh-huh.
Be captured on the news, but it's not like it was a few years ago, where every night of the week they'd have highlights of the series
Mhm.
while it was going.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where all the Americans go that can't make it here.
Yeah, and the big and that's where all the ones that make it here could go to America, like Warren Moon and
Warren Moon.
Joe Theismann, and the list goes on.
Oh, Joe Theismann went through there?
Yeah, he was quarterback for the Toronto Argos for quite a few years.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, before he went to
I
Washington.
think Doug Flutie was over there too.
Who?
Doug Flutie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, I'm lost. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I just think a lot of that stuff, man, is like not what it's. Production costs are crazy.
Well, that's true too.
That's why they say these. That's why there's so much money in these talk shows. It's just lights, cameras, and everybody's coming to you. That's so much different than out there, with scenes and different cities and travel.
It's true. That's true. That is true.
That's why they're always promoting those so heavy, those early morning shows and the late night ones. They pay up the ass for advertising on there. Yeah, but they're easy and they pay a lot. Like, for a while they had that emergency. I like that, where they like followed around people in the emergency doctors in emergency rooms. Those were good, but they finally said, man, the production costs were just too high.
And I like the jails.
Oh yeah, jail.
Remember jail?
Any jail ones? Yeah.
Yeah, they still have that.
Yeah, they do. But I'm just saying.
I don't like I watched the first 48. I like City Confidential. I watch these forensic files. I don't like it when the newer guy's voice is on it, though. I like Peter Thomas narrating. It's just like the BBC, those nature videos. If it's anybody than Richard Attenborough, I don't want to watch it. It's weird. Same with City Confidential when that show, when Paul Winfield died and they brought the new guy, it just never works. Same with Unsolved Mysteries. It's part of it, Same like Alex Trebek. I haven't looked at those numbers, but I can't believe that they haven't. A lot of people don't watch it anymore. I don't really care for the new guy, but I'm comparing it to
But it's the same show. I mean,
it is, but he just doesn't.
I know it is, but it isn't. You get used
shows
to
you how important the commentator guy is, the host is.
Oh, really?
Well, it does. I mean, when Alex Trebek went, the show, didn't you just say the show took a bit of a nosedive?
It did, but then they were in limbo trying temporary hosts.
Right. I guess that.
I don't know what it's done since they picked this Ken guy. I think he sucks. I can't believe they got the same numbers.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's the same way now.
Oh.
If you look back compared to like Tom Snyder, Johnny Carson, even David Letterman, for God's sake, compared to like these guys now, they just, it doesn't seem like good. Saturday Night Live's like not even funny anymore. Saturday Night Live.
I know. It's not funny at all.
No.
We
Nope.
saw the best of the best that turned into some of the best.
Yeah. I was looking up on
I mean,
Google.
not to say that new talent isn't good talent. I'm just saying, but I think a lot of it is because they're
Peter Thomas.
probably younger and we're older.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
No, Frisky, they can't. That artificial intelligence isn't working on voices, I don't think.
I don't know about that.
I think if it was, they'd do it. It'd be like changing languages, If they could make Peter Thomas's voice on new episodes, they'd be home free,
Excuse
man.
me.
They wouldn't need to be running reruns.
I like anything with mayhem and murder
You like
as
that?
well. But I like mystery. I mean, I like investigation.
Yeah.
Stuff. I want to know how they do their interrogations, and I want to, that's what I like. How do you get them? How these psychologists and psychiatrists interview.
So Tom,
Hang on, Rita's talking.
okay.
Interview these people, like the Iceman,
Yeah.
people like that. I followed when they interviewed him, and he kind of talked about what he did. I mean, he basically, I guess, told his story, but then they did a flip thing, and he asked the doctor to diagnose him and tell him why he was like he was. I like shit like that with the mind.
Yeah.
So, you want to hear the good word for today?
Yep. What is it?
It's not a surprise to nobody, but I'm not surprised by it. And he's just like,
Oh God, you got a cat.
No. What do you think about Derek Chauvin being stabbed in prison? He's lucky he got stabbed. For what he's lucky he even got that.
Well, he
honest to
should have
God,
expected it at some point, I would imagine.
He's lucky he just got that, because I don't feel sorry for him. I'm sorry, after what he did, I'm sorry. I just don't feel sorry for someone like that. And he's lucky he only got stabbed. I'm surprised.
Who is this guy?
I'm surprised he's lasted this long in prison, honest to God.
What did he do?
Well, he was only on medium security.
Because of what he did.
So there's that. Why would they just have him on medium security?
Because he needed on George's Floyd, he kneeled on his neck for 9 minutes and killed him. That's
that guy.
Yeah, and it caused a lot of controversy back. Well, Tom remembers.
Well, they burn a fucking city down.
Yeah, I mean,
there's that.
For 9 minutes, and he's lucky he survived this long and in prison. I'm really
Wasn't he on PCP or something?
I don't know.
What's it?
That guy was on some drugs, wasn't he? And he
was a fucking cop.
No, I'm talking about the guy he killed.
Oh, George Floyd.
Was he on drugs and wouldn't put his hands behind his back?
No, there was a whole lot of shit. But what basically came down to, he had his knee on his neck.
For 9 minutes.
Yeah, but I thought he was on like tranquilizers.
Knee on him. I don't care. You can't have your knee on somebody's neck that hard.
For 9 minutes. And he said,
and not think you're going to kill him.
Yeah, he's like I said.
I never really knew all the details. I didn't.
Well, you have to know about it.
Right.
I remember reading he was on some kind of drugs and resisted.
He may have been. But who was he to continuously have his knee on his neck?
So you think he meant to kill him?
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't know if he meant to kill him. I think he was a little overzealous and didn't quite know what he was dealing with.
But But thank God for cell phones and cameras. They caught it all on camera, and he, you know what I mean. So
But there again, I wouldn't want to be a cop dealing with somebody on PCP. And there's a whole lot goes on when you have to try to restrain people, or
yeah,
I don't necessarily think it was intentional. I don't think he meant to kill him. I don't think he meant to kill him.
well, he
But
didn't get. He just
9 minutes on somebody's neck, he should have at least let off for a
yeah.
minute or two or something. I mean, was that the only means of restraining this man? Was 9 minutes on his neck? What was they doing for the next other 9 minutes? Who
Whether
was?
he was on drugs or not on drugs, man, you still don't kill somebody like that.
Well, I like to say, but shit happens sometimes that you don't mean to happen, and it can happen very quickly.
So I would never want that job. Never want.
I
That
wouldn't
job.
want to be a cop. Hell no.
Yeah, but
Who?
his time is so long because he was sentenced under federal guidelines and not through a state court. I looked
Well,
it up.
Jeffrey Dahmer didn't last in jail very long. He got killed in prison.
Jeffrey Dahmer wanted to die. That's
Yeah.
why he requested General Pop. He had been in there, and would you want to be locked up in a cell 23 hours a day?
No, God, no. Can't imagine.
I mean, that's what he was doing, and especially in secured, protective custody or whatever.
Yeah.
You ate alone, you slept alone, you didn't see anybody. That'll drive a motherfucker crazy, even if he was crazy. If he wasn't crazy when he went in, he was crazy then.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
And he wanted to die. He wanted to die. He knew somebody was going to try to kill him or kill him. I don't know that he didn't even tell somebody, man, you got this.
Remember that one case back in the 90s? I think it was back in the 90s. This other case where this lady, Susan Smith, now they want to put her. Now they want to put her out on a bond or something, and let her out now.
Fuck Susan
drowned her
Smith.
kids.
Yeah, now people want to let her out. No freaking way, man. After what she did, I'm sorry, man. You don't. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know, unless she had a mental illness and they can prove it was some sort of out of her means. But I don't think that they would have put her in prison for that long if they felt that she didn't have the right mindset.
She got life for that. I'm sorry. She does not.
Well, there's life. There's natural life, and there's life with parole after 25 years. I'm not sure what she got. What did she get? What kind of life? If she's coming up for parole, she's probably been in there for at least 25 years, I would say.
Gotta be.
Yeah, because life, if it's just life, you come up for parole, and unless the judge stipulates no parole until 30 years or whatever.
Yeah.
You believe that people can be reincarnated in prison if they believe in God, and you believe that they can, you know what I mean?
Oh God, Chris, you ask a loaded question.
What?
Well, people can be reincarnated in prison where they serve their time and they feel, they got in touch with God. And
I think the word you want is rehabilitated.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are. Some do, and some don't.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sentence somebody and that's the penalty, I mean, isn't the idea they paid their debt to society? You're supposed to wreck their lives after they get out?
Supposed to be. But that follows somebody always. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
See, that was in the Wild West. Oh, you did your time. You just went on. You know what I'm saying? Those were eons. But now you have to much harder. Much harder.
Yeah.
And especially depending on the crime. They're not a, you know, you're not, it's hard for people with theft and all that to get a job in a retail store.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you're
But
right. But I
there
just
again, I mean, it just depends. Some there are actual places you can look up that will hire, uh, people that have a record,
right.
even a felony,
There are some
which is
insured though.
super hard.
There are
And I
some
think Amazon is one.
yeah, they don't drug test anymore either.
Yeah. But I mean, damn, like you say, if people did their time or did their whatever they were sentenced to, I
Yeah.
mean, it depends on the crime, whereas they have to make a determination
Yeah.
as to would this be a safe environment for us with you around or not? I mean, or what position we're going to put you in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, it's been fun, and I'm glad you all got to see me. Well, hear me.
Yeah, I think I'm
It's
gonna
good to be
that too.
heard.
I've been getting up earlier.
Yeah, I've been trying to as well.
Mark, you gonna do a pirate radio?
No, not tonight. I'll give it a rest tonight. I was on last night and
Oh, okay.
night before, so it's getting late. I got an
Yeah.
early start tomorrow too.
All
All
right.
right. So good night, Michelle. Good night, Tom.
Yep. See ya. Have a good
Thanks
night.
for
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
on. Michelle, you nighty night. Rita, Mark,
Good night, Rita.
Lakota,
Good night,
Japo,
Tom.
JMO.
Good night, Michelle.
We'll party again this week. See you, Frisky.
Definitely. Definitely.
See you, Elizabeth. You got to get up early too, Mark?
Yeah, I get up early every day. I can't help it. 5:36, I'm up. Coffee and watching the National.
Wow. Michelle,
Watching
you
all
going to Betty? She might already went to Betty.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah, I bet she fell asleep.
I think I can hear her snoring.
Okay. Can you? I bet she's sleeping. Is that you or her?
That was me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
And quite a snore, yeah.
Maybe she's got sleep apnea.
Hear that? Or that was you?
No, I think maybe she.
I got to go for one of those tests.
Yeah, you probably got
at the
it.
hospital for
Yeah.
sleep apnea.
They say you wear that thing, you'll get a better night's sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if I can sleep with anything on my face. And I know I'm not going to sleep in the hospital with electrodes.
No, you got to set yourself up, though, for that. You got to really deprive yourself that day. Just be so fucking tired. Don't treat it like a normal night. Don't treat it like a normal night.
Yeah.
Just like get by on like 3 hours sleep or something, so you'll be tired as hell.
You'll see. I'll be doing an episode of Pirate Radio out of there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Terrorizing.
I bet you be a while before they'll get you in though.
It's January 16th, I think, or 26th.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, they got cheap things you can buy to put in your mouth and try out.
I don't know if I can deal with anything in my
No,
mouth.
sure
Oh,
you
like a retainer.
Yeah,
Goes
man,
in the
could solve
in
any
your mouth?
fixations you had.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I do have it. Because
Yeah.
I don't sleep for any longer than 3-4 hours in any given stretch. And I don't remember dreaming much.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Oh yeah. It's got it's the root of a few problems of mine.
Yeah, no, it's sleep. It's not uncommon to like have sleep difficulties as you age.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just when I lay down, I'm out like a light. That's not the issue.
Maybe narcolepsy.
Pardon me?
Maybe you have narcolepsy.
I just can't stay asleep for longer than 3-4 hours.
Have you tried the extended release melatonin?
I've been told about that. You know who told me about that, Tribbles? Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some.
Yeah. Do you have Walgreens over there?
Yeah, I think we do.
That's the only one I know where they have it, but I'm sure other places do. But I've went in other places looking at it before to no avail.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to send away for it.
Yeah. That melatonin extended release.
Extended release melatonin, yeah.
Yeah,
To get
yeah.
me into that 4 or 5 hour range.
Yeah. Yep.
5-6
I'm
hour range.
surprised the
But
gummy indica wouldn't put you to sleep.
it doesn't.
How about
Yeah.
trazodone? Have you tried that?
I have no problem getting to sleep. It's staying
No,
asleep.
but I know, but I mean, have you tried trazodone?
No.
You know, that's a very cheap drug that any doctor will give you a prescription for. It's written all the time off label for sleep.
Oh, okay.
It's super cheap.
Trazodone, eh?
It may be worth a try. Low dose, like 50 milligrams.
My problem again is I don't like that groggy sensation the next day.
Yeah,
If
but you'll have
anything-
that a little bit, but it's got a shorter half-life than like Benadryl.
Oh, okay.
Your whole day's not shot.
Yeah, because I hate that.
Yeah, no, right.
But you know, I don't like spending the time sleeping. It's partially psychological. I'd rather be doing something,
Yeah,
like working on something,
yeah,
than I would spend the time sleeping. You know, it's kind
yeah,
of stupid, but I don't like wasting the time.
yeah,
And that's part of it, I think. As soon as I open my eyes, a thought comes to my head to do something. So I
yeah,
get up. And as
yeah,
soon as you get up, forget it. You're done.
yeah. I've been
I'll-
sleeping a lot lately.
Yeah, I wish.
I bet you will. I would bring up to your doctor, though, trazodone. It's worth a try.
Okay, I will. Well, she's already got me booked for this sleep test. So
Now, you know, when you do that too, I'd set myself up like a little less coffee that day, and
yeah, I will.
I wouldn't be
Maybe no
smoking.
coffee
Wouldn't
that
be
day.
smoking either if I could do it. You know, that gets you excited too.
Smoking pot?
Maybe not pot, but cigarettes. Or you don't smoke those?
I smoke cigarettes, yeah.
But didn't the nicotine stimulate you?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
I got another 4 months of smoking and then I quit.
You're gonna quit.
On my 60th birthday, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't go past that. I shouldn't be smoking past 60.
Yeah, you're right.
It'd be crazy
Yeah,
for me to continue,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
having COPD.
yeah, right. That
So
could be your sleep issue too.
yeah, nicotine.
No, COPD. Here's the
Yeah,
problem you're going to have as you age, and it may have gotten you already, is that you can't get rid of the expelled air. You don't have any problem breathing it in. It's the used air you're having a problem breathing out.
yeah, that's sort of true.
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
yeah. And that's directly related to COPD.
Right.
Now, are you on any bronchial dilators?
Yeah, I'm on Brio Ellipta.
Okay, and you haven't tried an extra shot of that before bed?
No, I haven't thought about doing that.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'd read up on it.
Or maybe start taking my shot. I've been taking it in the morning when I brush my teeth, but maybe I'll start taking my dose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
before I
anything
go
about
to
it, so I
bed.
can't say, but I'm sure you can find it on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I talk to my doctor regularly. She's pretty good like that. She gives me telephone consultations. So I phone her and I talk to her within a week.
Ask her about the trazodone too, because that's really
I'm
a
going to.
benign drug. There's really no downside to it.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I mean, I tried Remeron on your advice, and it helped a little, but then it wore off, and now it doesn't do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember
The
you
nice
were
thing about trazodone is you can really crank up the dosage,
okay.
and it's cheap. Been around forever.
See, I take a few other things. I take cholesterol. I take high blood pressure pills.
When are you
and I
taking the
take-
high blood pressure pill?
What? Why do I take it?
When?
I take it right before bed.
Yeah, you may want to look into that too. I know that's a side effect in somnolence, they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Depending now,
okay.
let me tell you, blood pressure bills run the gamut. I mean, there's 1,000 varieties.
Yes.
But I would look up. You can look it up tonight, WebMD, on the side effects that are posted for your particular medication.
I'm
And I'll
pretty
bet
sure.
you, I'll bet you money you're going to find something in there that talks about if sleep problems persist, take it in the morning.
Right.
It's worth
I
looking
can't
into.
see when I take it in the morning. I have to change my cholesterol pill because if I take my cholesterol pill too close to the high blood pressure pill, it gives me nausea, bad
Yeah,
nausea.
yeah, yeah.
I used to take them together, so I'd have to shift that around and take the cholesterol.
Could you take the blood pressure pill like at noon?
Maybe I don't know if I'd suffer from the nausea or not. I'd have
Yeah.
to experiment.
Yeah, or just somebody knows out there, and I guarantee you, Google's been big into that for about the last 6 years. If you Google drug interactions between your blood pressure and your cholesterol,
Right?
you're going to find all sorts of shit on it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Before you couldn't find anything because these weren't drug tests, these weren't studies that were done because nobody was going to fund them. But what Google's done in the last 8 years, they've crunched all that data from all those searches, stripped the identifying information off it, and published it for people's use for free.
Wow.
Yeah, really meaningful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Wow.
think it is. Yeah. So, yeah, I would try those things. I'd try those before that sleep study because you may not need to go to that damn thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah, and if that fixes it, well, you know.
I see. The thing is, how am I going to know it's fixed? I start getting good night's sleep.
Yeah, you'll notice a big difference, man. I know people that have went on that were diagnosed with sleep apnea that started using it, felt like 20 years younger the next day.
Well, what the machine?
Yeah, using the machine.
CPAP.
Yep. And there's a variety of the machines, and the big thing with those is the mask. They come
Yeah.
in like all shapes, sizes. You don't want to smell plastic. You want one, but there's a lot of people I know that use them that say they can't even tell they're on.
Yeah. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. No, it's not like you're going to bed like Darth Vader with a NASA suit on.
That's what it seems like.
No, you don't even know it's on your face.
Oh, okay. That won't be so bad then.
Yeah. You could even use it for Halloween next year.
Uh,
They
yeah.
look like people do that. They decorate them up different ways, and
I guess. Yeah.
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 And sleep apnea is very hard on your heart.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it is.
This is the age that I want to start babying my heart a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't fool around with anything that's over that involves any elevated heart rate or no, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Anything that'll hurt my heart, that's for sure.
Yeah. See, Faye wasn't breathing for 60 seconds.
Yeah. Why?
Her husband was saying so close, but yet so far away.
Mark, do the test. My sleep study showed I wasn't breathing for 60 seconds. That's terrible on the heart. So please do the study.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Oh, I will. I don't fool around with stuff like that. When the doctor tells me to do something, I do it right away.
Yeah.
Blood test, whatever.
Yeah.
Go here, go there.
Yeah.
You should see my rheumatologist. He's a
There's
Chinese guy.
poetry too. Yeah.
He's a Chinese guy, and he looks like Gary Lewis.
Oh, lucky dog.
But he's a genius with a needle, like a genius. He used to irrigate my knees regularly
Yeah.
when they would fill up with fluid.
Yeah.
And he could sink that needle into a red hot joint, a puffy joint, and extract that fluid, and you hardly even feel it.
Yeah, he probably shot you full of Chinese opium.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what that other shot was to the arm. That he gave himself a little bit too.
He ever give you any stir fry recipes?
No.
How about chop suey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Nothing like that, Tom.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's cool.
But he was hilarious. He was. He looked honestly. He looked like. You ever seen Jerry Lewis when he played that Chinese
Yeah,
professor?
yeah.
That's exactly what he looked like.
You get in trouble for that now. You can't
Yeah.
say that shit. Some of these well-known baseball commentators have gotten canned for saying chink and stuff like that, and aso and all that shit.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but I don't think you should lose your fucking job over it.
No. And it isn't so bad. I mean, that we joke around a little bit with our ethnic. I mean,
You ever call him a chink?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Try that.
But I do the camera jokes. You know, you guys are always snapping pictures.
Yeah.
Or, but I would never call one a chink or a zipperhead or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, you'll see how good a friend you are. Be a cheap litmus test.
Yeah. Well,
how about this? Just split hairs on it. Go into like a politician would. Say, have you ever been called a chink? Right then, it's not really you. You're just asking a question, but you'll be able to read his. You can bring info of and have your phone on so he can see his face. We'll just say, this guy. You'll see if he's offended. If you think it's funny. 2 times people called me that. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. It's same with Japanese. They call them zeros and nips.
Yeah. Well, they call Chinese people nips too. Here we're gonna get.
What do you call the? Hey, what do you call the Italians?
Oh, they got a few. I mean, they're.
Have you heard of WAP?
Oh yeah, WAP is the most popular.
You know what that stands for, don't you?
Something WOP. Something on patrol.
Without papers.
Oh, without papers.
Yeah, just dumped them off.
Wow.
Terrible.
That is. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Polish. I heard them all, man.
I bet you have. Dumb Polak. You know how that came up, don't you?
Polak?
Dumb Polak.
Dumb Polak?
Yeah.
That's
you know how they started
Bunker,
why that came around?
No, other than Archie Bunker.
No, it was during Hitler's regime. They said that the fucking Polacks just stood around. I shouldn't laugh, I know.
You are, though.
See, I'm learning, though. I got to have this fucking shit, man. This goddamn fucking autism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I should know better. But I know I fucked up, so maybe I don't have it.
I don't know, Tom. I mean, it's great to be able to blame it on something, but
you think not much I can do about it? What was I going to say? What was the example I was giving you?
The Polacks, when they were being
overrun. When Hitler was ravaging Europe, they said that the Polacks just they just stood around instead of reading the writing on the wall and getting the fuck out of there. I know I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, but God damn it, I was raised by Archie Bunker. Now I'd chew my kid's ass if I had one.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but when I grew up, I heard all this shit all the time. And it was like, at the dinner table all the time. But I mean, don't take it personally.
No, I mean,
it used to come up a lot. And I remember asking my dad one time, why do they call them dumb Polacks? Because there was a big part of Detroit
where a lot of Polish people there.
Yeah, and it would just come up a lot at my house. It was like Archie Bunker. No way. He's always talking about dumb Polacks, but that's how the original origin came in that. That if they were smarter, they'd got the fuck out of there sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my parents, they were teenagers when it all went down and they got out of there. My mother was sent to the camps in um, Russia, Siberia, and my father was sent to the Middle East.
Really?
Heck of that, yeah.
With the planning on doing what?
Just getting him out of the country.
You mean just to hide him?
Yeah.
And who'd line that up?
I guess I really don't know. The government, the local I really don't know. I can't answer that. I just know that they did. My mother and her families and cousins and everybody, they took trains. Oh, the Russians came and got them and brought them to Siberia. And they
Oh,
stayed
wow.
out in Russian camps for a while.
Huh.
My mother would speak of where they would have nothing to eat. They'd have boil the same bones for soup all week long, and that's all they had to eat was these bones for soup.
Oh,
And it
wow.
would go on like that for a long time. They starved.
Huh. That's crazy, but at least they lived.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now,
And
but there were Polish in the Holocaust, weren't there? What? Wasn't there?
yeah, Polish Jews.
Yeah, but non-Polish Jews. Because I know
Just
they killed
Polish?
gays and they killed Christians too during the
Yeah.
Holocaust.
Oh yeah.
I
They
wonder if
were.
any of the Polish that were killed, were not Jewish Polish.
Yes.
Oh,
But
really?
they weren't slaughtered like the Jews.
No, they weren't. Right, right. But they
But
did kill some of them, didn't they?
yeah, you walk along downtown Warsaw now, in the ghetto, and you'll see plaques on the wall every so many yards, and it'll say the Nazis shot so and so here, so and so here, and you can still feel the bullet holes in the brick wall. They preserved all this stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was in a graveyard, and what the Nazis did there was it used to be tradition for the families to put a picture of the deceased on their gravestone. And what the Nazis did, they were trying to genocide. They would go and they would smash all these pictures out. They wouldn't smash the gravestone, but with the butts of their guns, they smashed out the pictures. And I saw an entire cemetery like that. And the Polish people preserve this for remembrance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was
Crazy.
in Auschwitz.
Well, that'd have been
And
interesting.
it was an interesting excursion. And again, we saw the gas chambers and the barracks and the uh, um, procedural rooms where certain procedures were done.
Yeah.
Uh, really put a sickening bit in your stomach,
Yeah.
knowing so many people were slaughtered there like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. But sorry to Debbie Downer on that one. You ever seen Debbie Downer?
No, I know a girl. My sister had a house cleaner up there where I was living in Michigan, and she was always mentioning Debbie Downers. And it
Yeah.
seemed like she meant like people that always have like bring a mood down.
Yeah, Debbie Downer is a character from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
And she's a real drag. Like her and her friends will be having a good time.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, well, polio killed so many people in the state back in 47.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
she'd look at the camera and they'd go, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Catch it. You can YouTube them. Just YouTube Debbie Downer. They're pretty
Okay.
funny. The same girl always plays it. I forget the actress's name, but she's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, okay. You have to check it out. I never really looked it up, but she would use it in that kind of context, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
Rabo says she knows a few.
Debbie Downers. Yeah.
Maybe they're just depressed.
Yeah. Anybody can catch themselves putting a drag on a situation
Yeah.
when they're in a mood. Like,
Not
let them
old, not
know.
old Impala.
No, that's true.
That's pretty cool, man. I think that'd be great to be that way. To look at power lines and be like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds like you had some.
if you get half that high off those fucking mushrooms, you're lucky.
Yeah. I think that to find such um get such pleasure out of such a thing as power lines, all the power to them. I think that's great. But again, it sounds like it's a drag too. What he's got to go, some of the things he has to go through,
Yeah, right. Yep.
like the social anxiety stuff,
Yeah.
would be a bummer.
Yeah, it would. But that power lines, this fucker's got like colors of the sun and where it's at and how high it is. And,
Yeah,
I tell you, I think he appreciates a higher level of pleasure.
maybe. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, he said sunrises and sunsets and where the moon's at and where it's at during the solstice and that kind of thing.
hey, I've been to Stonehenge, eh?
You been aware?
Stonehenge.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that?
Interesting. When I was out there, it was in the 70s. It was still. I remember it as being in the middle of a farmer's field. It wasn't. I hear it's hyped up now with a lot of um commercialized now, but it wasn't so big commercial back then. And it was just sort of like this thing in the middle of a farmer's field with these
Yeah.
huge the stones that they put in place. Pretty eerie when you're standing there looking at it. But I got a bigger impact from the in the side of the chalk hills. They were cut coat of arms emblems,
Yeah.
giant ones.
Yeah.
As you drive along the highway, you could see these coat of arms, lions, horses, anything coat of arms, and they'd be cut right in the chalk, and they're preserved to this day. And it's beautiful white chalk, and then the grass is manicured nicely.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Wait, I saw the cliffs of Dover too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Take your girlfriend with you?
No, I was young then. I was only 14 when I went across Europe.
Oh, okay.
I went with in a convoy with cousins and family, and we flew to England, visited England, then we drove to Dover, took the ferry to Ostend, and then drove across Europe all the way into Russia. Turned around and came back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a great trip. 3 weeks.
Huh.
Was that Michelle or was that Daisy?
That's Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we had
I hope it's Daisy. If not, Michelle's a lesbian too.
You hear that, Michelle?
She's in La La Land.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe we should be.
Yeah, that's where we should be too.
Yeah, they got a point.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Thanks for coming on, Mark.
Okay, yeah, thanks for having me, Tom. Take care, pal.
Yeah, you have a
I'm
good
gonna
day,
try
Mark.
to figure out how to
Yeah, I'll
get rid of my.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, thanks. See ya.
Michelle? She's still sleeping. Michelle? Yeah, I'm going to kick old Michelle out too. She went nighty night. Jabo, you have a good night tonight. JMO, Chris? Am I missing anybody? Jabo? Frisky. You guys party on. You have a good nighty night. You guys nighty night, okay? All right, thank you. It was fun. Thanks a lot.